Welcome to another edition of the Bro Monroe Show, ho. You know what I'm saying? Season 3 premiere. You know what I'm saying? Where we at, baby? We got your boy John Gotti Maserati right here. Sporting that It's 915 vintage bitch hat.
Hey, fuck yeah, I like that shit.
You know what I'm saying? Introduce yourself, blood.
My name is Ray Zombie, a.k.a. the Tejano Tailgate, a.k.a. your mom's favorite homie, a.k.a. Thotty Pippin, a.k.a. Steve Cross Jr.
That's my favorite one.
Cross Jr. That's all I got for right now.
I love that one. You got me, Downtown Drew, 2-key Drewski. If it ain't two, it ain't Drew, baby. You know the deal. What was my other one?
Sunday Drews.
Sunday Drews. Oh, today. Oh, wait. It is Sunday.
Yeah, it is Sunday.
Man, you know when we get these little holidays and shit, and like time off from work, or like my schedule's, like, I don't even know what day it is.
Days blur together.
Yeah, everything's just like, wait, what? What's today? You know how it goes.
Tomorrow's Memorial Day, right?
Yeah, tomorrow's Memorial Day.
We got as always, we got a very special guest in the house. Go ahead and introduce yourself, my man.
What's up? It's me, Jonathan, or Jono. Hey, whoa, them tables.
My bad.
It's okay.
It's not delivery.
It's the Jono.
Yes, sir.
I like that.
Yeah, it's me. Hi.
Cool.
Dude, so for those of you that have been with us since season 1, what are we? Season 3 today?
Season 3, yeah.
Season 1 we had Jono. I think he was episode number 6, I believe.
I don't know.
Back in the day, I don't know.
69, 69, who knows?
Somewhere like that. But yeah, season 1, 2 years ago, you were back when I had the studio at the apartment. I remember that.
Way back over there.
Yeah.
2 blocks away.
2 blocks away. Yeah. Now that was fun times. But you're back, bro. Trying to bless us with some stories, I guess, right?
Ooh, yeah. You specifically asked for a crazy story.
Well, I mean, wild story, party story, whatever you got, whatever you want to share, whatever's not gonna get you in trouble and shit.
I don't know here. Let's see. There's quite a few. I guess. Well, recently, like at the Big Brew, some Sucios were trying to have sex in my parents' room, my kids' room.
This last one?
That. Yeah, and so we're like, hey, get out of here.
It was the same couple, or
was it me? It was me. Is it?
It was you and me.
No way, dude.
Yeah, so there's like stuff like that. There's always crazy things happening at the compound.
Oh shit.
But yeah, let's see here.
That's fucking funny, dude.
Yeah, dude. I was like, how old are you guys?
Wait, so did you know these people like personally or no?
No, not at all.
Some randos.
Some randos.
Oh shit.
It was two dudes?
No, I don't know.
You said Sucios, I was like, oh shit.
Hey, we can.
I'm kind of down to watch.
I'm intrigued.
But
it's
yeah,
not junior
let's see here. Well, what stories did we have last time?
Shit, dude.
Yeah.
I don't even fucking remember at this point.
I guess
the lost files and shit.
We'll throw it back to high school.
Throw it back, dude. Do whatever. For the new people and shit.
There was one time where it's a Sucio story. I can't.
So they're all Sucio stories,
they're
dog.
all Sucios.
SouthSideSucios and shit. The SouthSideSucios.
All right, we'll rate this episode.
Rated M for mature.
I like that.
Rated
Well,
S
I
for
guess
Sucio.
we'll talk about like one of the craziest times in my life where I felt like I had no control.
Oh, okay.
So it was during COVID time, and I was working at Flicks, and they basically were like, "Okay, there's no new movies coming out. We got to shut down," you know. And then, and that was already like the 3rd time shutting down because we had to shut down once because El Paso was a hot spot for COVID, so all of El Paso was closed. And then we reopened, and then they were like, "Yeah, we're not going to be able to do this right now, so shutting down." So I was like, "Okay," and so I go back for the 3rd time, and you know, I'm doing my thing. I'm brewing beer. I'm super excited. I just transferred a beer. I was like, "All right, you know, we're onto something," and I'm walking out to get some lunch, and I had the keys to the building, so, you know, I was like, hell yeah, I'll just get back in. There was some lady out there ready to lock the doors, change locks, everything. There was a locksmith, and so I had to squat.
Shut the fuck up. What?
So I squatted there. I called my boss. He's like, "Yeah, can you stay there? That way we have squatters' rights and everything about that." And we were like, "Yeah, okay." I was like, "Yeah, okay." So I stayed there for a little bit, probably up until like 1 a.m. Until they called me and they were like, "Hey, you're free to go. You could go home now, and we'll get the lawyers involved and everything like that." And so I was like, "Okay." Yeah, and then I left. They bought me like McDonald's, and I was able to watch Netflix on the big screen and stuff.
Oh hell yeah, dude.
Yeah, it was super fun, but yeah, it was super weird. Like they treated me like a criminal. They were like, "You want me to call the cops?" And it's like, bro, I'm just here to work. Like I'm listening to my boss telling me to stay. That way we can have a job to potentially come home to, And so I was like, I'm not gonna listen to you guys. You guys want me out, and you're threatening me with the cops, which I'm like, let's go. And they never called the cops. They never did anything. So it was just like trying to intimidate me. And yeah, I go home, and then the next day I'm getting phone calls like, "What am I doing here at Flicks?" And I'm like, "What are you doing at Flicks? Like, it's closed." And they're like, "Well, the landlord brought us over. They're asking us questions." Another fellow brewery asked me what they were doing there, and I was like, "I don't know." And they're like, "Well, we're gonna tell them everything has acid. That way they don't touch anything and try to get rid of stuff." Or I was like, "Okay, thank you so much. You guys are great." And so they didn't touch it or anything. But then I got another phone call like, "Hey, Cinemark is trying to buy that building and get all your equipment and stuff. They need a brewer. They want to talk to you." And I'm like, what is going on right now?
What the hell?
Yeah. It was like a whole bunch of stuff. And then like finally my boss, the CEO of the company was like, "Jonathan, we're good. Sign this contract. You're in the door tomorrow morning. We're back on." And so basically it was like our contract stated, if we're not making money, you're not making money rent wise. You know what I mean? And so we were closed because it was a whole thing, And so we were just like, okay, we're going to get the government funding. As soon as we get that, we're going to hit you up. But, you can keep on working in this building from this day to this day. And so I was like, okay, cool. Sign the contract. You can't bring anything in. You can't take anything out of the building, stuff like that. So then I proceeded to keg about 46 kegs of beer and ship it to San Antonio because fuck them.
Oh shit, dude.
And so we shipped the beer to San Antonio. We have a Flicks in San Antonio. And we opened up with beer from El Paso over there.
What?
Yeah. We helped them in their opening stages and all that. Then we trained some new brewer. He's not a new brewer. He has 17 GABF awards and stuff like that. Shout out to Wes.
Shout out to West.
Yeah, he's a badass brewer. And I didn't really need to train him that much, but teach him the Flicks ways, I guess.
Yeah.
And so, yeah. Did that, and then stayed there for like a month in San Antonio, which was amazing. I wouldn't want to live there though. Right.
Why? It's too humid or what?
It's fucking humid, bro. Fuck that.
That food sucks.
Too many
And
Mexicans.
the food
and
sucks.
shit.
Yeah. There's some decent places, like some German places that are good, but overall, I like my Mexican food. And fuck anywhere else that has Mexican food. This is real Mexican food.
Hell yeah,
That's
dog.
right, baby. That's right.
But yeah, that's my crazy story of not knowing what was going to happen next. And then finally, after the month of being there, my boss and I got the phone call that our buildings were going to open up. And yeah, it was just a wild time in San Antonio doing all of this work and not knowing if we were going to have a brewery to come home to.
That's fucking insane, dude. What do you remember? What kind of beer it was that you made for them, or?
Well, it's our core four. So
Okay.
the Lucha, the 10-Day, all of those beers.
Yeah.
Luna, Nebulous. So.
Tight.
When you said squat way, I thought you meant you had to use the bathroom, and so you had to squat because the lady was.
Papa squat and shit.
I'll admit, I'm a little slow.
No. It's
That's
all
why my
good.
face was like,
You had to take a shit on someone?
you even saw me. You're like, what the fuck? Why is he reacting so crazy? I was like, damn, this fool really had to squat fucking in the parking lot. Goddamn.
Am I that enthralling?
in the parking lot, you nasty.
I'm really dumb.
Oh man. But yeah, that's my crazy story for
That's wild shit, man. Like,
yeah.
all those crazy ass COVID stories.
I
That
think-
fucking with crazy shit. That unprecedented fucking event, man. That
Yeah.
a bunch of people had to do all sorts of.
Really deterred.
A lot of hustling was going down, bro. A lot
Dude,
of hustling.
the hustlers were born, bro.
Yeah, bro. That's when your true talent for hustling came out.
It's funny, like with beer there's a lot of stories, of course. involved. And one of my homies, the beer trekker, he says something about there's no story without a beer, and every beer has a story, kind of deal. Like just prohibition, all of that stuff, people smuggling beer, things like that. And then here I am having this event, the Big Brew, and we had people from Juarez come over and showcase their beers, but they were like, hey, you're here having some beers. We'll take care of your beers that you have here if you cross over the beer for us. That way we don't have to deal with the taxes or legalities. And so I was like, all right, cool. Yeah, I'll take some kegs over. Don't worry about it. I looked it up. It was probably going to be like $36 to bring them over. And then so we're crossing over, and they're like, do you have anything to declare? And I'm like, oh, no, we're good. Went to the dentist and crossed over some beer because fuck that. Where are they going to get my money?
What the fuck, bro?
Yeah.
You fucking smuggler.
Yeah, and it's just like, how is this smuggling? But it totally is smuggling beer.
Yeah.
You know, and it's just wild that we still have these arbitrary rules and regulations and laws when it's just like, it's just bringing over a 5-gallon Coke
Liter
keg.
or whatever.
Yeah, it's a keg,
Yeah.
but that was intended for Coke, but brewers use it, and I'm just crossing it over, and we're just using it for a party that we celebrate, the Tri-City that we're in.
That's wild, man.
So, just stuff like that. There's even like the story of Hotel Emma, and there's this lady, Emma. She was in a car accident. This is in San Antonio, by the way, in the Pearl District. It's like, so the Pearl was an old brewery there, but now it's like, apartments, and they have food and, little shops at the bottom, kind of like Montecillo.
Okay.
But like on a higher level. And so they have the story of Hotel Emma. So it's a tale of 3 Emmas. And so Emma 1, the wife, got in an accident, bad accident. She needed a nurse. So the husband, who owned, I think, Pearl at the time, was like, okay, get her the best care. Let's take care of her. Pearl Brewing Company. So this nurse, Emma, is taking care of the wife, Emma.
The fuck?
And the husband is fucking the nurse, Emma.
So that's Emma 2?
Yeah.
Emma 2, yeah, okay. Emma 2. He's fucking Emma 2. And so Emma 1 is like,
Those nurses, dog.
I ain't having it, man. I ain't having it. So she gets rid of Emma 2. And so the husband's like, well, you need a nurse, so let's get you another nurse. Gets a third nurse. What's the third nurse?
Emma.
Name?
Gertrude.
Emma.
Gertrude?
Esmeralda.
Esme.
And so, third Emma is there. The husband, starts doing his thing again.
Damn.
You gotta think for Emma's, bro.
Yeah,
know, bro.
but the third Emma, not having it. She kills him.
Oh, fuck.
So he was graping her or what?
No, I don't know. No, they were like intimate, but she was like, I don't like the fact that you're doing this. You have a wife, et cetera, et cetera. So bam, kills him. Flees the country, right?
Shit.
Leaves. By this time, Emma 1 is feeling better. Her husband's dead. She took over Pearl Brewing Company. Prohibition happened. She has to have all these people that are working in her factory, her brewery, start finding other jobs. So mechanics, they bottled milk, bottled Big Red, stuff like that, all from back in the day. I think they even manufactured plates, but that brewery had train tracks leading to it. So as soon as Prohibition ended, they were able to ship beer right out the door.
Shit. That's dope.
So Midnight, she was one of the first people in Texas to have beer sent out the door. But Emma number 3 returned to San Antonio.
And so the one with the train track shit was Emma 1?
Emma 1.
Okay.
She's the one that had. She was running the brewery.
Yeah.
She was saving the brewery by doing other odd jobs, right?
Right.
Building herself up.
Keeping it afloat. by
Hustling.
creating other business.
Hustling.
Yeah.
So Emma 3 returns, gets arrested, goes to court, gets off scot-free. Emma 1 paid off all of her legal fees and everything. Yeah. Got her the best judge or lawyers, everything.
For Emma 3?
Yeah, for Emma.
Shout out to
1.
Emma.
Yeah.
Emma 1.
Because without Emma 3, she would have still been like getting fucked over and dealing with her husband. Now she's the head of a brewery, like running it all. And so,
And then fucking another plot twist.
yeah.
Hey.
Damn.
That's hot, dog. I like that shit. Shout out to fucking scissors and shit. Just kidding.
It's my favorite weapon in rock, paper, scissors.
Hell yeah, it is my go-to and shit.
Always.
But yeah, those, beer always has this crazy story, wherever it may be. There's always just different tales. So
It's pretty cool. It's a crazy story.
Do you know any other like stories for local breweries? Because I know you're really well connected with like all the local breweries, pretty much, right?
yeah, I love everybody. They're doing great things.
Yeah.
I don't know. I would have to ask them.
But you haven't seen anything or experienced anything yourself, like or heard
No.
that you can think of?
Nah. No ghosts.
Nothing like that.
Ooh.
Well, do you have any?
I was gonna ask you about Sheepdog, because isn't that like an old building?
It is an old building, and I don't know. And usually I'm an empath, and so
What does that mean?
you can feel,
Oh.
different things, shifts in energy in the room and stuff like that. So normally I'm able to be like, oh, I'm not supposed to be here. Something that's not supposed to be here is here.
Oh shit.
Yeah. And so normally in Old Sheepdog, it's pretty fine. I don't feel anything, any weird energy. But I haven't been there like, trying to fuck with shit.
Yeah.
Like there's this guy on TikTok that has that like Annabelle doll. Have you seen him?
Hey, is it the dude from Dallas?
I don't know.
Does
He just
the
talks
beaner
shit.
fool? The beaner
Oh,
fool's
that
always
kid-
talking
that-
shit?
Yeah, he
kid's
just,
Dude,
let me get in that ass or something.
yeah, he's always talking mad shit to him. Yeah, I don't know about that, man. That guy's fucking crazy because he's got the little reader and he talks to him and
he
they, like,
talks
say
to him.
shit.
Yeah.
What the fuck? What? Like, yeah. Fuck that shit. I'm good on that.
Fuck, wait.
So if there's any energies here, present yourself. No.
Hey, whoa. All right, we're out. We're done. We're done. We're done. We're
They're
done.
big pussies. They're big pussies.
There we are.
Well,
Hey.
so the other day, not the other day, but maybe it was maybe a month or two back. We were walking downtown, my girl and I and the girls, and what is that? The ghost tour building? I don't know. Do you know where
Yeah.
it's located? Do you
Uh,
remember the street? Because I don't.
shit. I
I
want
don't
to
know-
say
I
it's
don't
San
know.
Antonio.
Yeah, it is San Antonio. Because
Yeah?
that's the same street as the Tap, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
But it's like closer to, let's say, Mesa.
That's how I know you're a
Yeah.
good boy. You say the tap and not the courthouse.
Yeah.
Yeah, true.
That's right, baby. So we were walking past it, and then there's like this like antique type thing or ghost. I don't know, like they have like a bunch of like antique stuff in there. And my chick wanted to go in there, and I was like, like I don't like the vibes right now. And shit, dude. Like she was just like, no, I'm curious. Like she thought, like I don't know if it was a museum or something. But I honestly can't remember. Is it a museum? Whatever. They were closed for operation. They were closed. It's right next door to the 915 Ghost Tours. Do you know what I'm talking about?
I've seen that sign, but I cannot remember where it's
Yeah,
at
and I
for the life of
can't.
me.
And then so it just looks fucking creepy, bro. Like I was like, nah, I don't want to go in there.
What are your
And then
intuitions?
we had the babies, So I was like, nah.
Oh,
but
true.
but so we went walking along, and Polly went in there. She's like, no, I want to go check it out, see what this is all about, But they told her no, we're closed or whatnot. But it was just weird, bro. They had like weird mannequins in there, like different like old stuff, like old antique type stuff. And I was like, I want to say they came out in the news that it's haunted by a lady in the back. That she'll come out or whatever.
Ay, wait.
Yeah,
Fuck
and then
that.
that's what he told her is like, oh, did you hear about like the ghost, the lady in the back or some shit? And I was like, no, but, like I did see that like around like Halloween. They have like features on the news, and they'll like go to like different spots in El Paso. So yeah, it was one of those
dope,
features.
dude.
But they'll tell you like, oh yeah, there's like we heard footsteps or like the boots, like like footsteps of boots on the walking. And then the other one was about this lady that would show up in the back room. But I mean, dude, I personally didn't want to step foot in that building, in that room, in that store.
I mean, that was
So
your
I like,
intuition telling you.
yeah.
to get the fuck
So
away,
I was
man.
like, nah, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know about all that.
So what? Empath or what?
An empath, so you feel the shifts. You get a little ooh.
Get a little
The
uneasy.
heebie-jeebies.
Yeah.
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 Let me get your opinion on this because I was telling the guys that something weird happened to me last night. It's not that weird, but it's kind of weird.
Well, you were gonna tell the story.
Yeah.
So
True.
remember,
But hey, for the record, this is all of us first time hearing it. He was gonna tell us before the
Yeah.
show, but we told him not to, just to save it
Yeah,
for the
wait,
show.
so save that. Save that.
Let's see.
it's not that crazy.
Yeah,
but
yeah,
it's a
I
little-
mean,
two
it's weird.
All right, so I didn't sleep well the night prior, obviously. So last night when I'm going to bed, I'm like doing my routine, right? I take out my contacts, I say goodnight to the dogs.
I'm laying down. I'm on my
You kissed him and shit.
Besito.
I go to the- I tell them each one good night.
Duerman con los
I was
angelitos.
about to say, "Duerman con los angelitos," especially you, chicharrón, you fucking psychopath. So,
You splash holy water on his forehead. And shit.
dude, I have a video where he's so crazy when he was a puppy, dude. I was doing the huevo. I was looking, I was like, damn, this dog is too crazy. He has a demon in him, dude. But anyways, that's another story. So I'm laying in my bed on my phone, and normally I don't do that, but I was so tired that I knocked out, right? So the phone fell over, and luckily it didn't stay on. And I start dreaming. And in my dream, what I remember in my dream, I'm suddenly in the back of my car, like in the back seat, but nobody's driving, and it's going. But it was really dark, and I couldn't see it. I saw like when I don't have my contacts because I'm blind as a bat, so I could make out the dashboard. I could make out that I was on the street by myself, and it was going, and I was like, how am I gonna get over there? I was like, oh fuck, and I couldn't get over there, like I couldn't. And right when it was about to hit a building, I wake up, but I didn't wake up in real life. I woke up into another dream.
Like an Inception type shit?
That's exactly, and that's never happened.
Way.
I always doubted it really happened in real life. I was like, there can't be a dream within a dream. I didn't think it was real. So then in my second dream, I'm watching myself sleep in my room in my bed, and I look over and there's a fucking person right there, like a shadow figure, right? But I know I'm still dreaming, so in my dream, I try to wake up, and it's me, and I can't fucking do it. I can't wake up. I'm paralyzed, like literally fucking, I can't move. And instead of getting scared, I get pissed. And so I make a movement, like I can't fucking even move over. And in real life, I fucking, and I went like that. I fucking woke up and I snapped out of the paralysis, and I was like, did that just fucking happen?
That was last night?
That was last night. Bro, I was asleep like 10 minutes. That happened within like a 10-minute period because I looked at my phone.
And that's usually when that happens, because I've had like sleep paralysis like that.
What the
You know
fuck?
what I mean? So like it usually happens like you're kind of like half asleep, half awake type of thing, dude. It's weird.
I've never experienced that shit.
No? I hate that.
I've experienced like an out-of-body experience like that where you saw yourself, like I guess, sleeping. But I've never had sleep paralysis where I can't like move and shit.
That was my first time.
That's fucking weird shit.
And I never experienced it. And right now I was actually listening to a podcast, and it's like a paranormal podcast. And the lady, the host is talking about sleep paralysis. She talks to an actual, like an expert. And he's like, sleep paralysis is usually onset when you're sleep deprived. Like that's when you usually get it.
Yeah.
Oh, well. I like to get my 8 hours in every night.
I usually do too, but for reasons I won't go into, we went too hard for fucking birthday weekends.
There was a red tornado that came through fucking West Texas and
I
shit.
call him the fucking Texas tornado, bro. That's what I call him.
The red tornado and shit,
Fucking
dog.
freight train that comes in when he comes into town. Jesus.
El pinche locomotive for sure, dog.
Yeah, man. Fucking shout out to fucking Red Texas tornado locomotive.
Shout out to Uncle Red. Happy birthday, Uncle Red, and then happy belated birthday to you too, Milo.
Oh, thank you, man.
Let me see your hat real quick. That's tight, dog. It says it's 915 vintage bitch, always sealed with a kiss. Ooh, that's sexy, dog.
Yeah, bro. I was like, I need a new hat. And
we're
on the show.
Whose lips are those on there? Reds?
These are not those little bird lips. Like, they're actually mine.
No, that's a cool. Hey, I want a fucking hat too.
Yeah,
I'm a hat whore,
Yeah,
dog.
this one, I'll get another one.
I gotta try it on first because not a lot of hats fit me, bro.
It's the snapback.
Gotta purchase.
I still gotta try them on, bro. My big ass head, dude. I've ordered so many fucking hats, like the old school, the Odd Future ones. I'd order like the releases or whatever, right? And I'd put it at the last fucking little snap, dude. That shit would not fit me.
That's why he ordered that big ass hat that way.
Yeah, that's why that big ass hat back there and shit.
The one that fits
Yeah,
you
dude.
snug.
And then especially now with the hair, bro. Fuck, nothing fits me and shit. So that's why I haven't worn hats in a long time,
I
really.
have that problem with belts.
Hell yeah, nice.
No
Nah.
shit. What's
Shit, nice.
We're late on that one.
Oh, we were
My bad.
super
It's
late.
season 3 and shit. What the fuck? And we've been gone away for a while.
Yeah, we were.
Been a what?
Yeah,
Been a few
It's
weeks.
been a couple of weeks. We had to take a little break. Season 3.
It was like 4 weeks. Right?
Was it 4
Yeah,
weeks?
because 420 was our last one.
Dude,
Oh, that's right.
420, dude.
Oh, shit's a little bit longer than a month.
We did
Oh,
a
shit.
good little hiatus and shit.
Now, well, we were supposed to come back the following week, but then couple things happened and shit.
Life
so.
life events happen.
Life happens and
life
shit.
happens.
No, but we were supposed to come back the day. We were supposed to come back the week before the Big Brew, remember?
Yeah.
But then that's when all that shit
yes.
happened with,
Yeah.
life and shit.
Yeah.
But yeah, dude, let's talk about. We want to recap that shit a little bit, or you want to talk to
Yeah,
people about the Big Brew?
Oh yeah, I thought you were talking about life. 'Cause
No,
I
no,
have
no.
A similar story about that too.
No, we can talk about that right now. But yeah, the Big Brew. So every May and November, right?
Yeah,
You
first
guys have an
Saturday
event?
of May, first Saturday of November. We got Big Brew in May, and then Dia de las Cervezas in November.
Very nice.
All just showcasing local homebrew beer, breweries from local areas.
The tri-state area of
Yeah.
Chihuahua, Texas, and fucking New
Yeah,
Mexico and
all
shit.
of it.
We are tri-state area.
So just showcasing all of them and really just doing it for the beer community. I've been a part of it for a while now.
How long has it been? Like what? 13 years.
I was teaching people craft beer at like Toro Burger, the first one on Mesa, and then we went to Montana and then expanded, and then they were gonna close, but then they got bought out by Wing Daddies, I think, or something like that. And then, but yeah, I wasn't a part of any of that. I just I was at Montana and then I left there. But yeah, I've been like that was in 2000. Shit, probably 2010.
We were fresh out of fucking high school.
Yeah,
I remember that.
Yeah, so and I was teaching people about beer then, and then Hoppy Monk opened, and then I was able to like get my foot into the door there, and then start talking more about beer, and then attended like a homebrew thing, and then I was like, okay, we could do something with this, and then just started from there, and then just kept it going for 13 years so far. Yeah, it's been insane. Which had just started like, I don't know if you guys know. Well, maybe you guys have Las Brisas house. We had like our first Big Brew there, the one where we always had parties and stuff.
What he says? What the fuck is that?
At my old house.
Oh yeah, right here, yeah.
Cul-de-sac.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Good.
I remember.
I think of
Delta?
a Glenwood. I remember as a Glenwood crib. That's what I remember it as.
So-
but it wasn't a Glenwood.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ah, makes sense. Yes, dog.
So we had our first Big Brew there, and it was super small, tiny. I think we had like 8 people there. We had a laptop presentation about how to make beer.
Si PowerPoint a la verga.
Yeah, exactly. Stuff like that. And I just, we traveled, my family and I, and we knew what beer could be. We knew what good beer tasted like. So it was just like, okay, I'm going to start home brewing. They bought me my first kit, kept on going and going. And
You were in the lab, huh?
Yeah,
You were in the lab.
it's-
Would you wear a lab coat?
nah.
Like Dexter's Laboratory and shit.
I just picture you like in the lab coat.
I would wear
with
rain
some goggles
boots
and stuff.
and shorts and like a shirt. Because you're going to get dirty.
Yeah.
Especially if you're brewing outside. You're going to get hops everywhere. You're going to get dirt on you. And you just get sloppy.
Hell yeah.
You get drunk and
Sloppy Jose's
Yeah.
and shit. I love it.
It's like smoking brisket, it's a all day thing. And so
Right.
you just you have some beers and enjoy it. And it's just crazy to say that I was homebrewing and then I guess to transition now I just got an award for my Feckin' Irish. It was a recipe. Go ahead.
Yeah, dude.
There we go.
Tell us real quick. Out of how many brewers were there, and how you placed them out? Tell us real quick. Because you told me it was a big number.
Yeah, it's a huge number. We basically it's whoever's in the world. I would have to get the stats out.
No, but I know you had told me there were like something like 300 submitted or some shit like that, right? Or did I read that somewhere?
That was probably one of the posts I made.
Okay,
Because there was like all the countries, everybody in the world competes in this World Beer Cup. And so in my category, I went up against 69 people from around the world.
It's fucking hot. 69 people,
Yeah,
dog.
69 people. And it was so funny because like I was just watching it at home, like on the YouTubes. And then I was like, man, I ain't going to win shit. Like, because this is it's GABF, the Great American Beer Festival in Denver. That's like, if
Top
you
of the
win
line?
that, top of the line. That's the number one beer competition in the U.S. and
The world, kind of.
Kinda, because the world doesn't compete in that one.
Oh,
But then the second best is the World Beer Cup, and that's everybody. So it's like in a sense, it's bigger than GABF because it's the world.
Because it's the world. Yeah.
Yeah. So winning both of those is like, wow.
Damn.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. And Flix has never done it. And nobody here in El Paso has done it.
Damn.
So
Hell
I was
yeah.
the first to get that award for.
That's tied, dude.
the city of
Congrats on
El
that,
Paso.
bro.
And-
Hell yeah, dude.
Thank
For
you.
sure, man. That's
Bragging
badass.
rights, man. Fuck yeah.
And
Let's
I
do it.
got bronze, which is still very
You
good.
placed.
Dog.
Yeah,
Place,
exactly.
bro.
I feel like that
Fuck.
meme though, where it's like that guy. He's like,
He's all
"Fuck
popping
you."
the bottle and
Yeah,
shit.
and then he's on third place. You know, that's me right now.
Some people are just happy to be there, man.
Yeah.
Hey,
exactly.
dog.
Oh, yeah,
Be
fuck
there.
yeah.
And it's just wild because I never once in my lifetime thought that I would be recognized just for brewing beer.
That's fucking dope.
So now
not
has that
just a national, but an
encouraged you,
international.
like pushed you forward, like more encouragement for you to like master it now, or create something
you know-
that you think will win next time, or place you higher,
Oh, definitely. You know, I'm
or
pretty
maybe just
competitive.
tweak what you have now.
Oh yeah, definitely. So I'm pretty competitive. Like if I lose though, I'm not like, oh, I used to be that way.
Yeah.
When I wrestled, I was a little baby, man. I would fucking, I hate this, you know, like, but you know, I don't know. It's not that I hold myself to a higher expectation, but I just know that I'm human and I'm capable of doing things that other humans are. So I always want to be able to do the best that I can, that I know other people have done and accomplished. And so it's just like, how do I find that out? And it's so stupid, but it's just drink more beer. Because like that's literally my job is make beer, drink beer. Of course, you know, some spreadsheets, some Excel stuff, according to my calculations, stuff like that.
And do you have guinea pigs working with you?
You know, it's so hard, and no disrespect to anybody, but you know, because people drink all the time, but I drink and I dissect a beer, and you know what I've learned is taste is subjective, always and forever, and there's always this is like a tea or a sopa, like a soup, because it changes, and your soup doesn't taste the same from the day you made it to the week after, you know, because you're
Right.
supposed to throw that shit out after. So, but there's like a point in time where it's like, damn, this is a fucking good soup. And then there's like, oh, you know, the herbs are starting to die off. And, you know, now it's just a soup, which is sweet. And so the soup is going to be like your malt and the herbs are going to be your hops. And so your hops and your your hops and your wort are going to be, you know, balanced and together beautifully at one point in time, and everywhere else is trying to, you know, see where it's going to land. And that's what beer makers try to do is like, okay, this beer's ready. Let's send it out to the market. And, you know, you go forward from there. But I'm able to, you know, taste, hey, this is an old can. Or, hey, this is a fresh can. Hey, this is probably mashed in too high. Or, you know, there's off flavors here. Stuff like that. So, you know, I'm constantly having to learn more flavor profiles and, you know, stuff like that. Like, what do dates taste like? And just dates. And then, like, you know, what if you toast them? What if you do this? Or you've smelled burnt tire before. That's a taste profile in beer. If the yeast is stressed out, it'll taste like a Band-Aid burnt tire. And
So fucking nuts.
and it's wild that you have to dive into this catalog
yeah,
in your
yeah.
brain of flavors and like, yeah, I have smelled oil that's burning, you know, like when you're revving the engine and you have to go back and figure out where you can place it. And it's like, oh, I walked into an AutoZone today. It smelled
Yeah.
like rubber,
Yeah.
you know, stuff like that.
Oh, that's wild.
Yeah. And so you got to place those flavors. And, you know, I'm constantly doing that. And, you know, it's a blessing and a curse because, like, I tasted this and I can immediately taste the sweetness of the corn or whatever they use in there that adds that sweetness.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So, you know, stuff like that. And beer isn't just like, I hear a lot of people like, oh, it's gross. And it's like, there's just flavors that you're not used to or that you haven't assessed before.
Exactly.
And so it's just like anything else. You got to get used to it, train your palate. And I'm constantly always doing that. So and with that beer, I have like, Here's Johnny, which was like super close. It made it 3 out of 3 rounds at that World Beer Cup. That's my amber lager.
I love the fucking name.
Yeah.
Shout out to the Shiny now.
That was my first beer at Flix that I made myself. My first recipe. It was Here's Johnny's first beer. And so I've been making it for 4 years now. And to see that it made it that far in the World Beer Cup, I was like, damn. And I was like, next year, I'm coming for it. And I got a little bit of tweaks here and there. But I've been tweaking it for 4 years. And to see that those tweaks are
paying off and working.
Yeah, paying off
Very
and
nice.
working. It's just crazy. It's like being a chef or being, just
It's just so meticulous. You have
Just
to,
being
like,
an artist in,
yeah.
in general.
Yeah,
like
yeah,
you're
yeah.
perfecting your art.
yeah, gauging all your measurements and everything, like, so fucking like crazy. It'd be like, all right, well, this, a little bit of this, a little bit of that, more of this, a little bit less of this, and like just tweaking it. Like,
And,
so crazy. It's
yeah,
like, I just,
there's a lot of, people that ask, well, are you an artist or a scientist kind of deal? And it's like, man,
Art is science.
yeah, right. Is your grandma an artist or a scientist when she makes that menudo? Like, and you could tell, like, she has her measurements, but it's by sight. It's not by,
a cup,
a cup,
written down type shit.
actual like
yeah,
using
and-
measuring tools and shit.
Yeah, man.
yeah, which she could write it down, and even then,
But-
it's what's missing, and it's so crazy because yeast, because I just make sugar water. That's all I do. I make sugar water and make sure the environment is perfect for the fermentation process of the yeast eating the sugar water, because that's what yeast does. It consumes sugar, converts it to ethanol and CO2. And that CO2 is the from opening it up.
Oh, tight.
And then the ethanol is the alcohol that you drink, and gets you feeling funny.
Oh yeah.
Get you feeling great.
Yes, exactly. And so that's a eukaryotic cell. Does anybody else know what
Something about like life and shit.
us?
Us, yeah.
We are eukaryotic cells.
Yeah.
And so the fact that this works and produces alcohol is really, really cool. But it's also like us, and it likes, not warm environments. It likes cool environments. It doesn't like it too cold, because if it gets too cold, it dies. Things like that. But it's really crazy because it's like, it's the closest living organism to us. And when you eat mushrooms, because that's what yeast is a mushroom. It's a fungi. When you eat mushrooms, it tastes like meat, not like kale or not like spinach or carrots. It tastes like meat. So do we taste like mushrooms or do we taste like meat?
Wait. What the fuck, bro?
I'll tell you guys off here.
What the fuck? That's crazy to think about, dude. I had a quick question before we go any further. Do you still have the original recipe to your 4-year beer that you said you're fucking with?
Yeah.
You still have the
I
original?
still have that recipe. So
And like any tweaks, do you keep a copy of it type of thing? Or do you-
yeah, I always have to write down
okay.
everything. So every beer I've ever made is jotted down. I have a brew sheet, and then it goes like, okay, as the life of the beer goes through, I'm constantly like, okay, because that's what's crazy. You have to kind of drink every day, and it's quality control. Okay,
Exactly.
and so you drink it and you're like, wow, okay, this motherfucker slapping today. So you write it down on the notepad and you're like, okay, it went on tap this day, but on this day, so a month later, it tasted phenomenal. So if I want to send it out to competition, make sure it's within this time frame, in order for us to, ensure that quality again. And that's the other thing. You a lot of craft beer people and people in general that are in this artisanal craft is like, fuck these guys. And it's like, no, these guys are amazing. They produce a quality product day in and day out, and every
Consistency,
every can you get is consistent no matter what. And if it's not, they're going to change it out for you on the quicks. Like,
Yeah, that's crazy.
and so that's what I strive to be like. But I don't produce Bud Light day in and day out. I produce 9 to 11 beers on any given day. I have them on tap all the time. So to be consistent with that style is what I strive to be like. Because we have certain rules that we need to adhere to. And like, not rules, but like specs. And so those specs are like, this has to taste like banana with a little bit of clove and a little bit of wheat and stuff like that. And you have to put that in there, and you have to figure out how much to put in order for it to be like, okay, I'm getting all of it, and it's not overpowering, and it makes me want to come back. Which is funny, once again, these guys preach about drinkability. In the Czech Republic, that is like a scientific term that they use over there for their beers is, does it have drinkability? Which is, does it dry out your palate after a while, telling your brain, hey, I need another drink. And normally what's in your hand while that's happening is a beer. So the drinkability is making you want to come back, because a perfect beer makes you want to come back. The horrible beer doesn't make you want
Like
to
a
come
one,
back.
like, oh.
Yeah. So you need drinkability in your beer.
It's science.
Damn,
That's
dog.
crazy. It is science.
It's
Like,
science.
I don't know, man. I'm not a big fan of IPAs, so IPAs do not make me want to keep coming back.
Right. And like you said, like everyone has a different palate, like whatever. So like I don't really like IPAs either. You know, I'm more of a lager, a pilsner.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
so
those are
so
crispy
and
boys.
just because of the drinkability of it.
Yeah,
Because I consume, like, I'll drink more than two.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, for sure.
So with IPAs, it's like, oh, I'll drink one, but like, it's not gonna go down. I'm gonna forcefully.
It's not the alcohol content for me. It's the taste.
Right.
I force them down. I'm just like, oh, I just can't, man. I can't get used to
And
it.
what would the
I've
IPA
tried.
is heavy? What, on hops? Or
Heavy on
is it
hops, a little bit more sweeter body. So maltier sometimes. Excuse me. Maltier, sweetness, and that sweetness that you're getting, and that's typically why you have higher alcohol percentages, because it's sweeter.
Okay.
And then you have more hops to balance out all of that sweetness. There's another story. Once again, it's like everybody makes fun of it, but because it's like IPA drinkers are like the newer like craft beer
The
drinkers.
snobby guy.
Yeah.
And they always tell that
The
story.
hipsters, the
Yeah,
fucking
yeah.
yuppies, and
Yeah, and so they always tell the story of like, well, you know, Germany used to send beer to India, and you know, like, and so it's
I love the
true.
voice there.
Germany, yeah, and so you know, they would get the beer, but it would spoil because they didn't have fridges, they didn't have anything like that. So hops is a natural preservative. So you add more of it, it preserves longer. And so it was able to make that trek to over there, but they were drinking a heavily hop beer, and they were like, we just want beer, so give it to me. So they would drink it, and then they got used to it. So when they got back to Germany, they was like, where's that beer that you were sending us? Because this is like water now. And so that's came the IPA.
The India Pale
Yeah.
Ale, right? That's what it
Yeah.
stands for.
Oh, shit,
That's
dog.
crazy. That's
My mind is blown right now. Shit.
yeah, I never knew. That's crazy.
So yeah, there's that story, and you know, it's now IPAs are way better than what they used to be. I see a lot of people leaning more towards hazy IPAs because those aren't as aggressive on the hops. They're heavily hopped, but they're done in a different manner to where they're more pronounced on the aromatic side than they are on the bitterness side. So you're not going to get as bitter. You're going to get more tropical, guava, stone fruit
Oh wow. Okay.
profiles. Yeah, more
I'll try that.
juicier.
I'll try one of those.
yeah,
That sounds more.
I like that.
That sounds like
Yeah.
more palatable. for me.
And then the West Coast IPAs are the ones that are a little bit more aggressive.
Skunky or what?
And see, that's the thing. You could get skunk, but it's not. When we discuss skunk and beer, it's more in Corona, Heineken. That's the skunky. That's the definition of skunky. When you're drinking them in IPAs, you're getting more of like the piff of citrus. You know how it's not as sweet as an orange, but it's slightly bitter, but acidic. So acidic is probably more of the word you would want to use.
It's like weed.
Yeah, exactly.
Right.
And your terpenes, you know, that it's like skunk, but there's a nuance there, a sweetness. Granddaddy Perp, you know, smells like gasoline, but it also has different nuances of like grape and stuff like that. So, yeah, these herbs are utilized in a sense to give this beer a certain profile. And like I have a beer that I make called Pay Dirt Pete. You know, shout out to UTEP.
Hell yeah.
And it tastes like fruit punch, but it's a lager. So it smells sweet and it has a little hint of it, but it goes away because it's a crispy boy.
We should introduce Pay Dirt Pete to one of the tailgates.
Yeah, right?
Oh yeah.
That'd be tight, dude.
That would be tight. Yeah.
I like it.
Damn.
I
bro.
want to try it. So I was telling Jono before we came on air that at his brew fest, like I found myself going towards this pilsner that he brews, and he told me it was what was it called again?
So that one's called Super Barley Bros. It's a collaboration between OKC, Albuquerque. OKC is Oklahoma City, and El Paso. All three of us, we are like the Barley Bros. We got a tattoo Cinco de Mayo in Minnesota, at the craft beer conference, and we just decided to do a collaboration for Super Mario, which that movie was insane.
Oh yeah, dude.
The new one?
Yeah,
I haven't seen
I
it.
haven't seen it. I need
so
to see it.
and not it was a great movie. I love that movie. It was great, but being on the movie theater side of it and like the production side of it, wild. It was so funny. It was just like we were constantly watching the movie news, like Super Mario's gonna forecast $205 million opening weekend. I think it hit it was 105, and then it hit 300 opening weekend. And,
Jesus.
Yeah, and it's an hour and a half movie.
What the fuck?
So
Yeah, it's super short.
all of our theaters were just churn and burn. Get one in, get one out, get one in, one out. So people were running around. Servers, I think, walked out with like $1,400 that weekend, maybe.
Jesus fuck up, dude.
Yeah, like,
God damn, dog.
Our servers make a shit ton of money, sometimes more than us.
Damn, that's badass.
But that's because
I'm gonna be a server and shit.
Right,
they
bro?
have,
Fuck.
they have 9 theaters, so they're all running around. They have 100 people in each theater, so you're constantly
Yeah,
moving.
you're in chinga.
Yeah.
I'd be a
It's
terrible
chaos.
server.
It's chaotic weekend.
Yeah, it was
chaotic
it was
weekend.
wild. Everybody got their butt whooped, and then all of a sudden you get like, I'm sick, because they're dealing with hundreds and hundreds of people, thousands probably, and I'm just on my side. It's just like, fuck, we're running out of beer, and so I have to go and transfers and get everything else ready, and just to make sure we don't run out of beer, because people are going in there and they expect our beer,
Yeah.
and they're like, well, what do you have new? What do you have anything for the Mario movie? And it's like, yes, we do.
Honestly,
dude, that's sick,
oh,
dog.
Did you try it? I'm pretty sure.
Dude,
I
I had
don't
so
know.
many
I
drinks
don't
that day. I don't fucking remember.
yeah,
dog.
and but I
fucking
mean,
remember,
obviously,
dog.
I tried so many, but that one stood out to me. Like
Thank you.
and that's the one that like I said, I found myself going back for more, and just because we were outside and it was hot,
Yeah.
and it was, and for
Yeah, it
me,
was.
like it was just going down smooth. Like
No.
I really enjoyed the taste as well, and I wanted to give a shout out to. I asked my girl too because she really liked the ciders. The cider. So she had so she had something called the hazy watermelon cider, and that one was really good.
That sounds really
Yeah, the
tasty.
ciders were good. I remember the ciders were because they were little brown and
always
tasted
win,
good. and shit.
Yeah.
They always win best in show.
Yeah,
They do,
sure.
bro. They
Yeah.
do. Yeah.
So
Yeah.
if you guys are fans of any of these beers,
If you want to name drop the names, I mean, the
Yeah,
brews.
it's
I see,
Insiders, Class 5, I think, or Class 6 brewing company. He does homebrews as well. Insiders does the ciders. There's Andy Heiser-Busch, I think.
That's awesome.
That's funny.
I think I don't know what Judah has, but shout out to Judah. And then there's Hassam from Messia Valley. He was a German guy running around.
Okay, yeah.
He had the mead. I don't know if you tried that mead, but everybody was raving about that.
my girl. Yeah, I did try it. My girl also
Yeah.
liked that one too.
Yeah, everybody loved that
yeah.
one. It was like a
He was the one
orange
standing
blossom
next
honey.
to me when we did that competition, right?
Yeah.
So yeah.
But-
It was good. I did try that one.
But yeah, so these events, I think we went on a tangent. I was supposed to talk about these events.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, no, we're good.
Man, we tend to do that. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I'm
No,
so
we're
sorry.
good.
So these events, they showcase everybody in the Tri-City. We have games like what Drew played.
Yeah, dude. I
let's
just
talk
walked
about
in.
that.
Yeah.
So let me set it up.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
I was there all day, like chilling with my booth, right? So Drew's like, "Hey, I'm gonna be pulling up, whatever." I tell him, "Hey, bring me some fucking chicken nuggets, bro. Just fucking around." So he fucking pulls up
Drew brings chicken nuggets to every
for the
party.
kids and shit, to every party and shit.
Hey, baby. Come
Shout
on.
out to Drew. He
always
brought
brings the
my
nugs.
kids.
Always brings the nugs.
He brought my
Chicken
kids some
nuggets,
nugs
chicken
too. I
nuggets.
was just like, damn.
Yeah, so
because like we're gonna go to the function, bro. But
Yeah.
like we're gonna take the girls because it was
it's kid friendly and
event,
shit.
bro.
Family,
Yeah.
all ages, yeah.
So I mean, and it was, dude. My girls weren't the only girls, like kids there. So like, but I mean, I pull up with my little wagon and shit.
Yeah. He pulled up to
Had
the
some
wagon,
Mickey
right?
D's, dog.
And then they're like, "Oh, Jono's on the mic. Hey, anyone's in the competition for the growler holding competition? Like you had to hold it out, right?" So Drew, legit, dude, pulled up with the fucking stroller and the little
walked.
wagon, and I was
Hold
like,
on,
"Drew,
hold on,
Drew,
hold on,
get."
hold on.
Just
Yeah.
pulled up.
Just for everybody's knowledge, a growler is what we have right
Yeah,
in
right
front
here.
here, right there.
That
Yeah,
bad boy.
that's
And
a
it was it? They were filled with.
They were
with-
filled
Yeah, they
with
were
water.
filled.
So
It
it's
Yeah.
filled with water.
was filled with water. So
just
I
pulled
told
up.
Drew, I'm like, "Yo, Drew, like get in there, get in there." He's like, "What the fuck?" Like he didn't even get a chance to like say what's up.
Yeah.
He's like, "What the fuck?" So I
He's like,
pushed
go,
his
go,
ass.
go. And
So
I
then I
was
go
like,
go
fuck
first.
it, I'll
Yeah.
go. I'll go. So basically, Jono had 15 contestants go up and like pretty much who can hold
Last
out
man standing
the growler the longest, right?
Yeah.
So
without bending their arm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So basically,
Show us.
I wasn't used to holding one of these. So like basically, everyone had to go up and hold it. So we all get up, form a line.
Yeah.
And then we're all right, who can hold it extend it the longest? So like, look, I was using like a 2-finger type thing because like I was like, how the fuck?
Yeah, you were.
Yeah.
2 in the pink, baby.
Yeah, so I was like, I should have held it like this actually. So like, but it was like, real quick. And yeah, so I came in second place.
Oh, very nice.
He was holding and and then his arm was shaking a little bit, and he just had to. And then he pulled his hand, and then the guy was just like, fuck it.
Yeah,
Dude, he was so close, bro.
It was like mano a mano at the end, bro.
Yeah.
And it was like, fuck. He even walked towards me, bro. Like, I was like, oh shit, man.
Pull
Are
that
you trying to
his
dick.
intimidate
He's a
me,
big
bro?
motherfucker.
He was a big dude, bro. He was a big
Shout out
dude.
to Quentin, baby.
Yeah.
So-
Damn.
And I was like, my girl's watching. I was like, I can't disappoint. And I was just like, I couldn't anymore, bro. But I mean, I outlasted a bunch of dudes.
Yeah, he did.
That was badass. Oh, yeah.
That shit was cool.
Them dad arms, bro.
Yeah.
Them dad
It
arms.
was that dad strength. That's what I told him. I was like, that dad strength, bro. I used to carry my girls all the time. So.
Yeah, that's exactly what it is.
All three of them.
No, but that was a funny event, bro. That was a funny event and shit. Tons of brews.
It was fun, bro. And so like right off the bat, I did that.
Yeah.
Did that competition.
Damn.
Shout out
And
to
then after
Puga.
that,
Yeah, Puga
Straight.
too.
Shout out to my boy Puga. Like legit, when Puga was there, he's the one that got me started. He's like, hey, I got some double whites and shit. And I was like, fuck, let me try them. Boom, like cracked them. I was having them. My mom's like, what is that? I'm like, it's a beer. So she's like, she's not a beer drinker. She doesn't drink alcohol really. So she's like, let me have it. She was like, I don't like it. I was like, all right, cool. So I drank hers too. Dude, next thing you know, I was cervezas deep and then with double whites, and I go try samples, cider. So by the end of the day, dude, I didn't know what I was drinking. I was just sipping on whatever.
It happens.
Yeah.
at the end of the day, they busted out with a boot.
Yeah, that was boot it was leaky.
Yeah.
I have the videos, bro.
That was so sad, dude. Yeah, because
Was it plastic?
That was glass.
I had filled them up.
Right, it was glass, right?
Yeah, glass. I had filled them up to the tippy top. It's something we always do. But I turned them inward, and then the fucking
The tip.
the toes fucking touched, boom,
Clanked
and,
together.
And one of them, and it was the slightest little touch, and then one just started.
Yep.
I was like, "Damn it! I'm sorry, Dad. Don't hit me."
Straight from Germany, those.
Nah, we got those here.
I have a Das boot. I don't know where I got it from. But
I have one too, a plastic one.
I have a
Nice.
I think it was right after Beer Fest too. Like they were
Oh, really?
really popular. Like
Yeah.
people,
Oh,
you
yeah.
know. So
Yeah, we have the 3
you
liter
got them
one,
like
so
at
it's about.
Spencer's.
Oh,
Yeah,
so
this
massive?
is a
Yeah.
big one.
I
Yeah.
think mine
big
was
one.
probably 2. It's like littler,
Yeah.
smaller.
It's a big boy.
baby
It's a cute little. It needs to say it fucks me up still.
Yeah, it does.
But yeah,
Very low
so-
tolerance for beer.
It was a great event, great turnout, dude. I enjoyed it. It was my first year,
Yeah.
like attending. So I
Which
look
is
forward
crazy.
to the
We-
November one.
Yeah, November's great, but we still have people that don't show up. You know, like
Mm-hmm.
this is the crazy event that happens, and it's a free event,
Yep.
and you know every year it's growing, and so to see that growth is
Yeah.
astonishing. But I am afraid for the day that we have to move
To a bigger venue.
to a bigger venue because I feel like that's going to take away. Like if I go to Escarete,
Oh,
you know, we're
yeah.
gonna have to charge.
Yeah.
You know, there's gonna be the sheriffs, and
Yeah,
it's
no.
just not cool.
Yeah.
I love you guys, but you know,
we did
you guys,
share.
you know,
we
fuck
did
up the
share
party.
it, I mean, like on social media and stuff.
Yeah, we were on it, bro. We were
Yeah,
fucking
and
sharing the fuck
everybody
out
was
of it.
sharing. It was great. I think we saw like 375 people there at my mom's house. You know,
That's badass. Oh, yeah.
which is just crazy to see. Like, and shout out to my parents. They've always been
Yeah.
supportive.
And everyone
really
there was
have.
super friendly, bro. They had like different stands selling like different stuff, like bracelets, glassware,
Yeah.
like, a bunch of like
The
different stuff.
people
like,
with
you
the
know?
jewelry and the soaps,
yeah.
they were a penny away from selling $1,000 worth
Yeah.
of
Shut the
stuff.
fuck
Yeah, I know.
Damn.
My girl purchased some stuff. I
That's
purchased some. I purchased these cool little bottle openers.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Dude. So I was like, it's pretty
fucking
cool, pretty
dope.
neat. Maybe your sister can jump in. Like,
Yeah, I think we talked to
Yeah,
we talked to her
okay.
about it, but she already had
November's the
something.
next one, dog.
Alright, cool.
November's the next
I'll
one and
text her right
shit.
now.
First
Shit,
Saturday in
so-
November.
I'll text her goofy ass right now. I mean, her lovely ass right now.
all of you listening,
Edit that out, please.
all of you guys listening, November. But I mean,
Hey, Joe, let me ask you this. What's your favorite type of beer?
like I said, so like,
Pilsner, right? You said?
dude, I drink a lot of beer, bro, and like different brands or whatever. But like I'm, like my go-to is like a lager or a pilsner. Like
What
no-
can I usually
yeah,
find in
yeah,
your hand?
yeah, dude. So at home, it's because it's crazy. It's never just one. So like we do Michelob Ultra.
I think,
'Cause
yeah.
it's not heavy, you know. So like we'll drink that. We'll drink Coors Light. I like Coors Light. I like Coors Regular. I like Miller Light. So like, you know, I guess because it's you still have that beer flavor with the Miller Light, you know. So I like that. I like Tecate. I like Corona. So, and I also like the box, bro. Like, I like the ambers and stuff. So, like, I like Shiner Bock. And it also depends too what I'm eating, dude. If I'm going seafood, I'm gonna go with the Corona.
Oh, for sure.
The Tecate.
For sure, for
It
sure.
just goes like it pairs well, you
Yeah,
know.
definitely.
It pairs so
Yeah.
well. So I mean, like again, like if I'm grilling outside, yeah, you're gonna find me with a Coors Light or a Miller Light, you know, drink while I'm grilling, and then when we eat, I'll probably still be drinking that. See, I'm one of those two that I can drink alcohol or beer while I eat.
Yeah.
So
I can't. I
so,
can't.
like, I can. I mean, I'll have a glass of water too, you know. So,
Yeah.
like, but I mean, yeah, dude.
Nah,
So
that ain't
beer,
me.
like, I like it all, bro. Honestly, I mean, I'll drink an IPA from time to time, dude. I'll drink anything pretty much, but like, yeah, it's usually the lagers, like the Coors, the Millers, the Michelobes. So that's I one beer I really don't like is Bud Light, and everyone knows that I don't like Bud Light. But we used to drink Budweiser when we were kids,
Yep.
dude,
Yeah.
so like, shit. So yeah.
Damn, bro, I can't even drink Budweiser anymore. Like, not because it's so heavy, but it's sweet. Like, my mouth gets a weird taste.
And-
like, I've been eating sweets all day, and it's just, I don't, I
and
don't
your
like
and
it.
your
I'm like,
palate, I
can't.
guess it changes like over
Yeah.
the years. You know,
Over
you're
time.
over time. So like, I like anything really, bro.
Shit, for me, you'll always either see me with a banquet in my hand or a fucking Modelo, or like just a light fucking
See, Modelo- Modelo's
You know,
Coors
it's crazy.
Light, Bud Light or Michelob. That's it.
Uh,
Usually.
Modelo cannot
cerveza, no.
change their packaging.
Who?
Modelo, because nobody will buy it. If they take away the gold
the gold wrap.
and
Yeah.
they take away the clear bottle, because clear bottle creates skunky, and people don't want that. You know? But it turns out people do. You know, normally, you know, people like beer in can or bottle, brown bottle form. It preserves the beer better. The UV ray lights fuck it up and skunk it. And so they have done like research where they change the bottle, they change the packaging, and people will say, no, this is not the same beer.
What the fuck?
And they're like, it is the same beer. It just doesn't have the smell of the glue that keeps the gold foil, and it doesn't taste like gold foil, you know? And so,
I don't like that shit.
And,
Yeah.
and people like
crazy.
kids like unwrapping their gifts.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah.
like,
I don't like it, dude. I don't like sipping my
why-
beer, having to worry about the little foil. I don't like that shit. That's one thing I don't like about it.
I actually
be
like
honest.
Modelo's, though.
I like Modelo. No,
I like
like I said,
Modelo,
I'll drink Modelo, but I don't like the gold wrapping bullshit.
That's
I
crazy.
think that's stupid.
he doesn't like hair on his pussy.
I mean, hey, I do, but I'm just saying, like, I don't know, dog.
That's crazy. I didn't know that. So, but I mean, technically, it isn't the same beer because it's not being changed by the UV lights, or
Yeah, exactly.
so they're right. The consumer,
the consumer,
the
is,
consumer
So
was
the-
right.
is used to drinking a skunked
Yeah,
blue metallic beer,
yeah.
and you know, you tell them, no, that's not what I like. You know,
Yeah.
that's the machismo baloney.
Yeah, that's
So-
crazy.
So then, what the fuck? The darker the bottle, the better, then, right?
yeah.
So a lot of people like drink out of a can or a bottle or whatever. There was a phase through in my life where like we'd go to a bar and like I'd rather them pour it in a pint glass.
Yeah.
You know.
Which is way better for you.
So,
You get less bloaty.
Well, let me ask you
Yeah.
this real quick before we continue.
What?
Yeah.
Have you seen that
What
John
the
Taffer
fuck,
video?
bro?
Well, there was somebody else before John Taffer.
Yeah,
out there.
how fucking accurate? I don't know, man. 'cause
What John
super
Taffer
accurate.
video?
So what it is? It's you know John Taffer,
Yeah.
that fucking bar rescue idiot.
I fucking love that guy.
I fucking hate that guy. He's such a fucking
Shut it
douchebag.
down.
Get out of here in his fucking crooked ass fucking face. Anyways, he pours a beer like how you're quote unquote supposed to, and you tilt the glass and you pour it slowly, and it comes up, and then he gets a napkin, and he's like, "This is what's gonna happen in your belly if you pour it like this," and he fucking shoves that fucking napkin in there, and it fucking says "Puma," and then later on, this is how you're really supposed to pour a beer, and he fucking gets another empty glass, and he pours it all fucking a lo pendejo, right? And it comes up, and he fucking gently places a napkin in there. He's like, "See, this is what happens in your belly." And I'm like, that guy's full of shit, man. That John Denver's full of shit.
John Denver.
No, it's 100% true.
Yeah, it's because the way he does it, the napkins, that's what threw it off.
He's
And
so
that put
aggressive with the hands.
And because I don't like him, I mean, that's another thing. Maybe
Yeah.
if I see the other video, maybe it'll convince
Yeah,
me.
it's totally true. So, you know, CO2 is gas. It's pressurized. This is, you know, carbonated under pressure, and it's typically I do I pressurize it for an hour and 30 minutes, and so CO2 is just, you know, getting in
Compacted
there.
in
That's why when you pour it, you see all those bubbles and everything. And if you pour too aggressively, you're expressing that CO2 out of the solution. So when he was pouring a la pendejo, he was pouring aggressively.
Okay.
And so when you pour aggressive, you're expressing enough of that CO2 to come out, but not allowing it to fully express. That way, the bubbles stay in solution, and those bubbles come from the bottom up, as you see. And those constant bubbles, stream of bubbles, keep bringing aromatics up to your nose. That way, you're able to smell the aromatics that are placed in that beer from the hops.
Okay.
So that's why you want to pour aggressively, but not too aggressive to where everything expresses. But as we say, you're expressing the beer, you're expressing the CO2 out of solution. If you pour quietly and you don't get any head on your beer, all of that is still in solution. So it's a closed environment in here, right? Until it gets to your stomach. And then you're moving, you're doing other things, and everything's shaking. So all of it's getting expressed in your belly. And that's when you're like, oh, you ain't no bum bitch.
Yeah, see, why the fuck didn't he explain that way? You should do that video.
Yeah.
We have a little bit more time here. I think he wanted to do like the 30-second TikTok bullshit.
Yeah, well, he can go fuck himself.
But yeah, but then when you're eating, you know, you've had like a nacho or something get in your beer sometimes, and you see all the bubbles like
Yeah.
going crazy. So as soon as it hits, it's fucking starting a party in your tummy, and it's not a fun
yummy.
time. Yeah,
So
yummy.
So your suggestion was like to prevent the bloating.
Pour it in a glass.
Pour it in a pint glass.
Pour it in a pint glass. pour
Allow it
aggressively.
to espuma, or what did you say?
Yeah.
What did I say? I don't even know what I said.
Yeah.
Some head. You want
head.
but not overbearing, or
You want
or
at least,
little bit.
and what's beautiful is like,
Like
everybody likes
I
a
do.
little.
I do. I don't know.
some people,
Little teeth too.
like when we were in the Czech Republic, not us, not our group, but some people are like, I'm getting cheated out of beer because it comes with like 4 fingers head. But that head protects the beer from the environment, because as soon as oxygen hits beer, it starts to oxidize. It tastes like paper, stuff like that. So that head will protect it all the way through its lifetime, which is like 15 minutes typically.
That's crazy. So let me ask you another
Unless
question.
you're chugging beer.
What about with cans and bottles, glass bottles? Why don't you? Do you get bloated with those, or what's the
I'm
difference?
feeling bloated right now.
Okay, so then the best way to not feel bloated is hands down a pint glass.
Yeah.
Poured aggressively.
Should put in that
but
fucking
not
pint
too
glass in
aggressive.
there.
Dude, and you do feel it, so that's why it's dangerous. So like I would do that because like it just goes down so much more smooth. Like it's just smoother and shit. So like you're drinking at the bar and you're drinking at a faster pace.
So how does that science translate towards like shotgunning then? I mean,
dude,
do you
that's
think?
why everybody's like,
Yeah, no, yeah.
After
when you
cut it, you're just gonna.
yeah,
I feel like
you're,
all that.
You're
You feel-
basically shooting that elixir or that solution into your body, which is enclosed environment once again, because
So it's to come out.
yeah, it wants to come out because it's all espuma, and that's
Eh,
why some people like
Feels it over here.
throw up a little bit of espuma.
Yeah.
Fuck.
It come out my nose one time and shit. Doing that
Yeah.
shit, you know?
That's why
When you shotgun a beer, you've never had that. Like,
No,
Come on,
yeah.
I haven't had it come out my nose though.
Shout out to Kong. So Kongs, they allow you to. It's like the beer bong. You've seen us Kong before at the house. My family, we. pull
Oh
up.
yeah.
Yeah, those little. They're
Yeah.
like koozies,
Yeah,
but they're like plastic koozies. You're able to pour
with
your
the
beer.
hose, right?
Yeah, I think you've done them too. No.
I might have.
You know who does them? Tweelulu.
Okay.
They're the ones that had it last time.
Oh.
It's like a little koozie and shit, and there's like a little
I know
stage
what
at the bottom,
things,
so you put
Yeah.
it in.
Yeah, I know what things you're talking about.
Yeah.
So you just do that, and you're expressing all the CO2 out already, and you're waiting there for everything to settle because you're pouring it aggressively, and then now when you do it, you feel you chug, but you're not as burpy. Also, another thing, let's normalize burping in this society, please.
Yeah, bro.
Like babies get all the burping. I would like
bro.
to be burped at dinner too. Okay, or lunch.
So do they do that in the Czech Republic or what?
Burping?
Yeah.
No, it's just my lady does it for me. Like
That's
whenever
cute as
I'm
fuck,
done
dog.
eating, you know, and I sit up a little bit, she's just like, and
it's
then
hot,
I'm just
dog.
like,
That sounds awesome, bro.
right? But why can't homies do it to each other?
Hey, we can.
They already
We will.
wiped my ass. I want
know
them to
what?
burp me too. I want them to burp me too. Come on, guys, burp me.
Hey, what do we add in that cooler? Can you hook me up with something?
Yeah.
I don't know what we got. Yeah, I'll take a Corona.
I have another question.
Not the real one. It's a seltzer.
Yeah, I'll take a Seltzy. I think that's all we got and shit.
So, what about
got rust on it,
warm
bro.
beer?
Oh yeah,
so
warm beer,
I do
bro.
enjoy warm beer.
Okay.
He does, bro. He's a
All
weird.
right. No, but it's because I drink anything warm. Way like I can drink
Milk?
fucking sodas. No, not milk.
Okay,
Milk, obviously,
okay.
but anything like sodas or energy drinks.
Yeah.
Anything. So when I get warm beer, I don't mind if it's warm. Like
So like just lukewarm.
yeah,
Like
lukewarm. Yeah, like lukewarm. Room temperature, I can drink anything. Like you know what I mean?
Yeah,
I don't mind it.
it brings out all the flavors. All the flavors are going to be there, very prominent, very prevalent. And that's really about it.
Dude, speaking of flavors, I just cracked this one
I
open.
can
It's
smell the strawberry.
It's a Corona Seltzerita strawberry. Dude, this smells like a /2 lead pencil, but with strawberry like eraser.
Oh.
That's what it smells like to me. Straight up. Smell it. Smell it. It smells like /2 pencil and shit.
I smell strawberry, bro. That's all I smell. Strawberry.
Hey,
That's all I can
smell it. Smell it real quick. Get a nice whiff. Smells like pencil. I mean, I'm pretty sure you can smell it, but I smell pencil, like pencil shavings, like wood.
I smell alcohol with a hint of
Question: did you
strawberry.
drink this already?
No, I haven't drank
No?
it. I haven't put my lips on it yet.
I could get that a little bit. A little of that. What is what is a lead pencil made out of? Not lead, right?
No, not anymore.
Yeah,
it used
right.
to be. It used to be, but I don't think anymore.
Graphite?
Perhaps,
Maybe. I don't know.
perhaps.
So what does graphite smell like? You know, those are all things to dive into.
That's crazy. It's literally just smells
Bro,
like
and that's the
strawberry
thing though, is like this motherfucker, because of him, sometimes I remember, oh shit, Jono told me to taste this and I'll taste it, but then like I forget most of the time. But because of him, dude, like throughout the years of knowing him, he's given me so many fucking tips and shit.
And look at his background. Where was he normally where he could smell
True. This is the classroom.
the classroom? So he's used to smelling that profile.
to me. Damn, y'all blew my mind with that one.
Yeah, dude.
Ay, wait.
And so that's what's crazy, you know?
Let me smell it again. It smells like paper.
Construction paper and shit.
Smell like cardboard box.
I'm about to spit a little bit.
I smell crystal meth for some reason.
Nah, dude, I remember this motherfucker would pull up to the parties and shit with his little, like, kind of like that cooler, actually, like an igloo. And it was like modified, like a madre way. And we're like, what the fuck is this for doing and shit? He had his whole little kit, dog. And we're like, what the fuck is Jono doing? Like, fucking Jono and shit. Like, always doing shit that, you know, that we didn't know what the fuck was up. But this was always like 2 steps ahead of everybody, like straight up. Since middle school, since I met him in 6th grade, bro. Like,
I told him what MP3s were.
he taught me
Oh,
what
shit,
MP3s were,
nice.
dog. Like, I was so intrigued by it that people would ask him questions like, pinche man, and they'd be like, whatever. But I'd be like, what the fuck's an MP3? So I'd like kind of like ask him more because I had him for science class. I remember with Miss Phillips and shit. And then
Phillips.
yeah, I did it. So we would just he would teach me shit. And I'm like, what the fuck? Like this cat's cool and shit. So I would just fucking keep up with him. And then with the beer in high school or whatever, like I remember he would just be like, hey, I got this from fucking North Carolina. Like, try it. I got this from blah, blah, blah. Try it. My dad, this and that. Like, I would try it, be like, oh, this is fucking nice. It tastes like metal to me. And, no, this is fucking blah, blah. He'd break it down to me and be like, it tastes like shit to me, bro. But like, I've always been the same with drinking. I mean, it tastes like shit to me. But he'll tell you, like, he's known my beer. He's known my drinking journey and shit mostly. Like, I've always asked him shit. But talk to us about that time you went to Carolina or whatever. Is it? And you brought back all that brewski.
So I went to New York when I was
You're young, bro.
15 or 14, probably 15. Because so it was 15. My parents took us, my brother and I, and my cousin April.
It's quinceañero and shit.
Yeah, right. I got wasted on my quinceañero. Woo. That's another story. I basically chugged half a bottle of Bacardi Limon, and ever since,
It was that era, that fucking Bacardi Limon.
Yeah,
bro.
dude,
Everybody
for
did
real.
fucking.
And so, but yeah, that's
Smirnoffs.
what happened. Yeah. Oh, dude, I love a good Smirnoff.
He does. He does.
But yeah, so we go to New York City and we're having a great time. But you know, my dad knew that because we're a drinking family. We drink and we eat barbecue. That's all we do. When we travel and stuff like that. Now I don't do that because I'm just like, no, mommy, wait. My heart burned that. But yeah, we went out there to New York City and he's like, well, you're going to stay in the hotel room tonight. So pick out some beers. That way you guys could chill and play some cards and do whatever. And I was like, okay, cool. So I was looking and I saw like this crazy label, Magic Hat number 9, which was like a apricot pale ale. And it tasted bitter, it tasted sweet, it had all the flavors that I wanted. I was like, damn, this beer is fucking good. And so came back to El Paso and then, do my thing. And I get my driver's permit. And so, graduate from EPCC, get my driver's permit. And my dad's like, hey, man, congratulations. And I was like, hey, thanks, Dad. And then he was just like, so I was doing some searching on the interwebs and called some people up. The closest place they distribute Magic Hat number 9 is Sylva, North Carolina.
Damn.
And so he was like, your mom's going
closest.
Yeah. He's like, your mom's going to Mexico for spring break. You just got your driver's permit. You and me are driving to Sylva, North Carolina. I don't have all the money in the world, so we only get one hotel. You choose where we're going to get that hotel, and we're going to stay there for one night. And then every other night, we're staying in our car, and we're eating barbecue, and we're just, getting the beer. And I was like, okay, let's go. So my brother got in the back seat, and then my
Shout out
dad.
to Joel and
yeah,
shit.
my brother. What's up, Joel? And my dad and I drove, and it was like the driving where it was like,
Oh.
okay, Dad,
Stages.
your turn.
You're up.
Okay, and so Dad go, and then he would start and be like, hey, wake up, fucker. Okay, let's go, switch again. And so we stayed, in the forest. Woke up to trees and wolves. Oh,
Fucking
just-
Arkansas
No
shit.
way.
Ding, 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 ding,
Yeah.
ding, ding.
And we finally get to Sylva, North Carolina, and because we go through like Memphis, Tennessee, we see all of it. South Carolina, we have all the barbecue over there in that
Fuck yeah.
area. Where are the arches? The arches?
St. Louis?
St.
St.
Louis?
Louis. We went there, and so stuff like that. That's actually my favorite picture. Is like I'm kind of like giving my brother a piggyback ride. And then my dad was laying down, and he got the picture of my brother and I with the arches. My brother's like
Tight.
holding, I was like, that's a cool one. But yeah, we go there, we get there, and we have Texas license plates, of course. And so we fill up the trunk, 12 packs of beer, just Magic Hat number 9. And the lady's like, click, click, click. Y'all having a party? And we're like, no, we're just taking it back to El Paso. She's like, where is that? We're like, oh, it's in Texas. She's like, oh, that's a big place. And so yeah, we get going, and
It's full of goddamn Mexicans, ain't it?
Goddamn baners.
exactly.
And she looks up, Juarez, Mexico.
And we got pulled over like 3 times because these racist motherfuckers, they saw Texas plates. Our trunk was sitting low, and they were like,
Oh, yeah.
what do you got in your trunk? And we're like, oh, we just came to pick up beer.
Any more Mexicans in? Got some of that pure Mexican?
And they like, first person let us go, second person pulled us over, and then like got us all out of the car. Let me see your school ID. What's your story? What's his story? And they're all asking our stories just to see if they coincide, and they're like, okay, well, you're good to go. And then we got pulled over again, same thing. And it was just like, man, we got to get out of here. So we booked it out of that small little city, and then went back on our way through, and we got like some White Castle and stuff like that.
Hell yeah.
From that area. And then, we drove all the way back over here. But it was insane just to travel because, like, over there they have, like, just the barrier or not even, no. It's like a barrier, one road going this way, one road going that way, and then a fence.
Yeah.
And you're going like this. One semi's coming at you, basically.
Oh, dude.
But
Yes, fuck
it's
that.
going like
It's just
65, 70.
two-way roads.
Yeah. It fucking sucked. And there was
Dude.
fog.
Oh, dude.
hell
Fog that.
Hey, that was a fucking.
But yeah, so that was a
Damn.
great learning experience. Oh man, I love that one. I love when you guys use
The
that one.
Kauai? Hell yeah.
But just learning how to drive in that, and then we were little stinky boys because we were staying in the car. So my dad was like, "Hey, look, there's a river right there," and I was just like, "But there's like ice on the mountain, Dad." Like, and he's like, "Let's fucking do it though," and I was like, "All right, cool." So took off all my clothes except my underwear, and then just dunked myself in this cold ass water. And they were there like with a towel, and they dragged me off, my brother and my dad. And then, okay, your turn, guys.
Fuck yeah.
And so we like stayed out there to warm up a little bit, and then we got in the car and then drove
That's
off
tight, dude.
back home.
Fuck yeah.
But yeah, just stuff like that. And you can't bring anything into Texas. You can't take anything out of Texas without like a permit or anything like that. And so we brought back beer.
Yeah.
My whole life has just been like smuggling beer.
Smuggling a lo pendejo, bro.
Fuck yeah.
No, that's
dude.
cool, man. It's a dope ass story. Like, it's a dope ass experience you had with your pops and your brother.
yeah.
That's really cool, man.
It's crazy, man. I've never once in my lifetime thought that beer would, take me to the places I've been to. But like, recently I just got back from the Czech Republic. Yeah.
Oh, real quick before we get into that. Is the Czech Republic like the mecca of brewing? Because I keep seeing all these things, or because I thought it was like Germany. Like, I would have thought.
Or give us a little brief
Yeah,
history.
if you can. I mean, if you
Make
know.
it yeah.
As far as I know, from what I gathered, of course, Germany has all this stuff too. They grow their own hops, they grow their own barley, but so does Czech Republic. And Czech Republic, that's their main source of income. Basically.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
That's their major export.
Yeah, everybody's buying grain and hops, and so they had I think I saw like 3 hop farms or something like that.
Oh shit!
Yeah,
huge, huge as fuck.
Huge, dude, huge. Just acreage of land.
Give people or give us or give me a fucking like a scale. Like what could I picture?
Your mom's.
My mom does have a big butt. I'm just kidding.
No, so if you're thinking about it, like just the field itself was probably like all of Jeff.
I wait.
Yeah. Just
Goddamn.
like seas of like empty vines ready to be filled with hops.
Oh shit.
Yeah. And that's just one facility. And then they have like, have you guys been like done the tour at LNF or something? Like think of like a
I've only done the
factory.
one the Coors one in Golden, Colorado. I've only done that one.
So everything that's filled with beer is filled with hops. In
Oh,
boxes,
Goddamn,
in,
bro.
like, barrels. It's everywhere.
Yeah.
And so that's just the hops. And then they have the grains, which is like a 5-story building. And then they have 3 different buildings. And so that's the majority. Like, I guess to put it in perspective, the reason they took me out there was for the export part of it, like import, export, but they weren't importing anything. They were just the Czech government invited me.
That's fucking sick.
I was one of 15 people in the U.S. and Canada.
Yeah, that's
dude.
cool, man.
And
That's fucking badass.
just to learn and drink their beers, because it's not like I can eat the grain and then smell the hops and be like, this is going to be a good beer. It's like, how did they do it? Learning their techniques,
The process, yeah.
their process, and then seeing like, oh, this is this hop that smells like this, and it translates to this beer, and then you utilized it at this time, and then you changed it on this time. So you're having 3 different beers, and they're all different because of the times, the different things they did. And so you get home and you're like, I miss that beer. And I fucking miss Czech Republic every day. Yeah. Like I dream about it. And like I'll wake up and then my lady's like, what's wrong? Because I'll be like, oh. And I'm like, well, I woke up.
With a tear in his eye and shit.
I woke up and I'm not in the Czech Republic.
I'm in fucking El Paso.
Because like, man, just everything about that place was just so beautiful. And like all the people there are so nice. Like I thought I was going to get robbed. I thought like, being over there overseas, stupid American, stuff like that. But like,
that was a French accent, by the way.
Yeah.
That's not a coincidence. And did that accent.
And so it was just like, well, I don't have any service on my phone, but I have the address that I need to get to. So I was asking people, and this one dude, he was just like, you know what? I didn't walk all day today. I was just sitting at my desk. I'm down to walk you to your event and I was just like, this motherfucker's gonna kill me.
He's gonna grape me.
He's gonna grape me.
And sure as shit, dude, he gets me, and he's like, all right. You're gonna,
He gets me and he fucking.
You're gonna go
We walk
left.
through this shady alley.
You're gonna go left, and you're gonna hit it right there. I'm gonna go this way because this is where my home is. Take it easy, bud. And I was just like, dude, thanks for walking with me for like 15 minutes.
Badass,
That's
dude.
badass.
Yeah.
What was his name?
I don't fucking remember.
I'm pretty sure it was Hans.
But
Vlad.
yeah, right. But yeah, it was just super crazy. Just getting to see the scene over there, and you know how we have like magnet schools here.
Yeah.
We went to school with that. Had a magnet school. They have a magnet school for beer
Shut the
Yeah.
fuck. In high school?
in high school, so you could take a
Badass, bro.
class how to
That's so
make beer.
tight.
and
Well,
stuff
they're
like
gonna
that.
need people to keep the tradition going.
Yeah,
keep
and-
that shit in
and so-
business. So,
That's sick, though. I mean,
And the university that that like brings in those students, it's called Genek. Well, not the university, but the brewery that's in the university is called Genek, which is John. Juan, which is my dad's name. Yeah.
Oh shit.
And that's the whole reason I get into arguments with everybody about it because they're like, ¿Cómo se llama? And I'm like, Yo soy Juanatan. And they're like, what? ¿Cómo Juanatan? ¿Por qué? Es Jonathan. And I'm like, no soy Yona. Because my name is John, which is a translation to Juan. Because Juan is the translation from, John or whatever. And so my mom was like, Juan, you're not going to name your son Juan number 4, okay? So my dad was like, damn, how do I get around this?
Yeah.
Jonathan. So Juan, Atan in Spanish.
Oh, snap.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
So I totally spelled your name wrong on the fucking.
It's okay.
Did you? No, we're good. No, that's how he goes by though.
Oh, okay.
He doesn't go by. He doesn't put the H right in Jono.
Not in Jono, no.
Yeah, in Jono he doesn't put the H.
Okay, cool.
No.
All right, cool.
Jono is because people are too lazy to say Jonathan, so we'll just keep it simple with 4 letters.
All right.
Jono.
Less syllables.
Yeah. Yeah. But yeah, Czech Republic, it's a beautiful place. They do, it's called a wet foam.
Wet foam.
Wet foam. So that's what protects that beer throughout its lifetime as you're drinking it, which is a side pull. So you see everybody here in the States that don't have a side pull. They will, like Applebee's, you open up the tap and then you put it right there, right?
Yeah.
Here, your glass is going to go into this faucet, which I teach everybody not to do, by the way, because you don't put like your beer or your Coke, the Coke gun.
Mhm.
You don't put it in the glass, right? When you're serving people, you pour it on top and then you give it to them. You know what I mean? Like when you've never served or
No, I never have, but everybody does.
I've seen it, yeah.
They do it to me.
they do it to you.
Yeah,
Yeah, they shouldn't be doing that.
Okay, okay. That's what I was like,
So
we're not supposed to
the
do
way they're supposed to do it is like you put the thing up here, like kind of like drain it, like catch it type
Yeah,
shit.
yeah,
or-
you catch it. Yeah, with Cokes and stuff.
Yeah.
Okay.
There with beer, you don't want it too far because then that CO2 is going to express itself and get all crazy. So you want like a good proper pour. But there they input the glass into the faucet and it pours from the bottom up because it's kind of like a flaccid penis
Mm.
kind of deal.
Yeah.
But there they barely open up. With the side pull, you have more control. So you barely open it up and you create that foam first and then you fully open it. That creates allows
The
beer-
seal or whatever.
Yeah, that allows the beer to come out fully. And so up top is a foam and then that's expressed already and then the beer is just good to go.
Damn, very nice.
Yeah. And then but there, like, I was never bloated once. It was amazing.
Damn,
it was
bro.
beautiful.
How's the food out there?
Steak tartare, baby.
Yeah,
Oh,
that was
man.
good. About that shit. We were talking about we were.
Yeah, steak tartare is amazing, man. I had it twice a day, every day.
What is that? I
How's
mean,
your
you get,
gut, bro?
Oh, dude, it's amazing because they're fucking poisoning us here.
yeah. That's what I keep. Dude, I've been seeing all these videos about that shit.
Yeah.
That like people go to Europe and they lose weight, but they eat like fucking crazy, like all this bread and whatever. But it's just so different that they lose weight. They come back home and they have like one meal and they gain fucking like pounds like a mile.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
crazy.
when I-
And because
when I got
we're getting
back-
poisoned here, dog. I saw that shit.
When I got back, I was realizing that I couldn't eat as much as I was eating over there.
What?
Like I would
Yeah,
have a
bro.
whole sandwich over there, and then fries and everything, and then I would.
A drink and a fucking
Dude,
dessert.
No, dude, I was drinking from 9 a.m. till like 10 p.m. every day for 6 days, and I was not bloated once. And I would have my food,
And you would have your meals.
Yeah, and I was just like,
We're getting fucked up though.
It's like a gradual.
yeah, like
Nothing like here, like at the brunch type shit.
yeah, no, dude, it was like, okay, I'm gonna have 1 or 2 beers here. We're gonna get on the bus, go
Oh, okay.
somewhere else, have some bus beers, just
Damn.
but it's just different over here or over there.
Yeah.
So it's an amazing experience. Anybody go out there, please.
So from what I understand, steak tartare, I could be mistaken.
It's raw steak.
That's raw steak mixed with like fucking herbs and a raw
Oil
egg
and
yolk
shit.
Yeah.
and shit like that, and they put in a little puck and then you eat it. They put in
Yeah.
a little puck.
Was
and
that
you eat
paired
it.
well with a beer? Like,
Oh,
it was
dude,
like a
it
perfect
was so,
combo. like,
yeah,
perfect.
dude, it's so beautiful. I have a farmer.
Yeah, it's old. There's,
Oh, dude,
it's a
so
steak
good.
because you can eat raw
Yeah.
steak. So they cut off the parts that have been exposed to oxygen that could breed bacteria. So they cut all that shit off. So as soon as they cut it, that's when they dice it up and they mix it. So it's not
Contaminated.
yeah, it's not contaminated yet. Yeah. Yet. That's why you gotta eat it right away. You gotta prepare it and then eat it right away.
What do you guys eat it with? Is it just straight up like a
Crackers.
tostada?
Crackers.
Cracker.
Well, we did
Pita?
fried bread.
Fried bread.
So
Very
fried
nice.
bread, and then you get a garlic clove,
Yeah.
and you rub it on the bread, and then you fucking put your steak tartare. And chinga.
What?
Yeah, dude. Oh, so good, so good.
Oh man,
I've never had it.
I
It sounds
want to
really
try
good.
that shit now.
Yeah. It sounds really good, man.
It's
I've never had it.
stupid good. But yeah, there's that, and then
No sausages and like dumplings or anything.
Schnitzels.
so yeah, I had a whole bunch of schnitzels, goulash,
Goulash.
a lot of soups. Which fuck, man, those were great, especially in the morning.
like what kind of soups?
Just like
potato
beef
soup
knuckle.
or
Beef knuckle.
Yeah, or pork knuckle. Sorry,
Yeah.
pork knuckle, stuff like that. Yeah, dude, it was because that was our like meetings. Is like wake up at 7, shower, shave, and then you go to breakfast in the hotel lobby, eat your breakfast, and then by 8:30 you're like at your first meeting. And then your first meeting is like, hey, what's up? We make hops, we make beer. This is what it translates to. Here's a spread of meat, cheese, and beer. And you're like, it's fucking 9 in the morning.
But
bro.
what does your breakfast consist of though? Out there, is it like a basic eggs type of shit?
eggs, fucking eggs, bacon, fruits. The fruits over there are amazing, man.
Yeah.
Super good. I had an orange and a mandarin that were just,
What the fuck, bro? It's so
Yeah.
crazy.
yeah, it was great. It tastes different over there. And yeah, it would just consist of like some fruits and eggs and bacon and like a bread of some sort, whatever I could find. Yeah, stuff like that. And then you would have your spread of cheese and meats, and then you have beer, and you're just like, I'm fucking struggling from last night. Because you're in the Czech Republic, and after like 9 or 10, after dealing with your day, you're free to kind of like go around and do whatever you want. So we were going to like karaoke bars and stuff, but you're staying up to like 1, 2 in the morning, having to wake up at 6.
How was the jet lag?
rough.
Did you have jet lag?
Thanks to my mom, I had some Xanax, and I just popped a Xanax and went.
Hell
This-
yeah.
Me
Hell
this
yeah.
time, and then when I landed, I was like, "Let's fucking go!"
Hell yeah, dude.
Yeah, but then
That's
coming
tight.
back, it sucked.
Oh, okay. Oh, okay. That you made on the way back. Then, but I was like,
Yeah.
damn, bro, you took Zans?
No, on the way back, I
Smoking
did.
Zans?
Yeah, right. No, I didn't, and
I regret it.
I regret it because I was like, just laying in bed, like,
No.
I want to be in the Czech Republic.
Nice, dude. Damn, that's
Yeah.
fucking crazy shit.
Yeah,
dude.
so I never once thought beer would take me out there, and all of it was paid for by the Czech Republic government.
That's awesome, man. Hell yeah.
I just paid for my flight to and from, and my hotels, everything was taken care
Your
of.
meals, everything.
Meals,
transportation.
I think to say I just had to pay for my flight to and from, pay for my hotels, and pay for my tickets. I was like, what they take care of?
No, everything else besides my flight was taken care of.
Damn,
so-
that's badass.
They took up the free tour of the brewery and shit.
That's fucking dope, though.
No, they pay for them over there. 'cause
We're all
like-
15 of you staying in the same place.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
it was a hotel?
Yeah,
Yeah.
hotel. So
Nice.
we stayed in beautiful hotels. We went to like just places where they film movies, you know?
Oh shit.
Yeah. And like there was
fucking
even
cool.
like a commercial, or I don't know if it was a commercial, like a movie being filmed the day we were leaving Zatech. So
That's cool.
Yeah, it was awesome, dude.
That's cool, dude. That's
That's
fucking
fucking badass.
badass.
Hell
And
yeah.
just
I like
seeing
that
like
shit.
Jinx.
the hop museum that they have, and like just pictures of like women and children working in these fields, and it's like, man, we had everybody involved, and they usually do, like even to this day, like they don't do child labor, but they invite the kids to the hop farms, and like they showcase them everything, and then they like have a hop mascot and stuff. And it, just kids are involved with beer too. It's not like here.
It's not like taboo and shit.
Yeah, it's more culture. It's more family, stuff like that.
Okay.
It's their heritage. They were families in the hop fields, and now they're either higher ups or they're doing something else. But it all kind of revolves around beer.
Yeah, that's badass, dude. Fuck yeah.
Wild.
Is that what you're trying to build here or what?
I don't know what I'm trying to build here. I just want everybody to love
One another and
everybody.
shit,
Yeah,
yeah.
like
Everybody love you, buddy.
prior to a lot of things we've been doing, our brewers and our breweries never really hung out under one roof, and so shout out to the Texas Brewers Guild. They allowed me to become a region lead here
Oh,
for El
tight.
Paso, so I represent the city of El Paso to the Texas Brewers Guild.
That's awesome.
And now we're hitting up meetings every month, trying to get better at what we do, and showcase whatever I've learned through the Czech Republic trip or the Master Brewers Association of the Arts and Science program that I went to last year.
Damn, that's fucking.
Yeah.
Yeah, bro, you didn't need to go to fucking beer college, bro. They gave you your education in beer and shit.
Nah, man, it was nice to, because I've never once like here. There's no school for that, you know, like in El Paso at least. And so I went out to Madison, and that's where I was able to talk beer related things with people that have been in the industry for years, you know, and just really, you know, I never had a tox test for beer, you know, and so now I had a tox test for beer, and I'm like, I could do this shit.
That's cool.
tight, dude.
I
fucking
belong
badass.
here, you know.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Is there anything like that in Mexico that you know of? Like it's some sort of
They're
brewery
doing
type
some
of thing
things
or anything?
Maybe for tequila.
like a guild or
Anything. I mean, like a school,
I don't
a
know.
training program, something that like a brewery, something that they could just educate people.
they don't
Do you know?
have that. Not that I know of. Maybe they do, but I know a lot of people are looking towards El Paso for that. Because there's only 2 breweries in Juarez right now. There's a few in Chihuahua, but ultimately, I don't know what kind of education they're getting. A lot of it's just home brewing. And so even here, we have a lot of home brewers that are getting into the production of, or like the higher manufacturing of beer. And, you know, it's always tough to, you know, translate that to a bigger scale and having to keep up and stuff like that. And so that's what helped me is like realizing like, okay, I got to set up months in advance to be successful. Because if you're always just trying to wing it, it's not going to happen.
Do you have any advice for anybody that wants to become a home brewer? Like, what are your basic, like, what are the basic rules, basic tips, basic whatever information that you can tell people? Like, if somebody wants to start, like, hey, you know what, I want to start brewing at home. Like, fuck it.
I'm an idiot. And if I can do it, anybody can do it.
Okay.
It's really simple. Just have patience. Allow the yeast to do its thing. You're going to have bad beer. You're going to have good beer. But yeah, just get into it. It's all about just doing it.
Just trying it.
Yeah, just trying to do it because, you know, there's always going to be so many reasons why not to do something.
True.
Just go out and do it. And if you enjoy making beer, at the end of the day, after the month or the 3 weeks that you do it and you say, hey, I made a beer, I like this, and you want to keep on doing it, then go ahead. And just always try to make a good beer or a beer that you enjoy, because that's, you know, that's what you're doing it for. You're doing it for yourself at the end of the day. Me, on the other hand, because that's on the homebrew level. At the homebrew level, you're typically just brewing for yourself and your homies, right? And your homies are going to be like, oh, this is really good, or oh, you made this, or oh, this guy sucks, bro.
Those are real homies right there.
Yeah.
Like, hey, your fucking beer sucks. Wait.
Hey, bro, your beer fucking sucks and shit, dog.
But give me another bitch, you know. Like,
But let's get fucked up.
Yeah.
It's free.
yeah, and that's typically what happens. You know, it could be a bad beer, but you're just there drinking it because it's just like,
Yeah.
whatever. I know where it came from. You know, you're supporting, and so, you know, on my side, it's like I can only drink so much of my beer, and I know we have Guardians of the Galaxy, we have Flash coming up. We have Indiana Jones, Spider-Man. June's going to be busy as hell. So I know I'm not going to be drinking all this beer. I know other people are going to be drinking this beer. So I don't want those people saying like, hey, this tastes like shit.
Yeah, no,
Yeah,
you're
for
right.
sure.
So it's a difference. The professional brewers, it's their livelihood. It's their job. And, you know, that's why I take it so seriously and drink every day.
Hell yeah, dude. Hell yeah. As you should, bro. As you should.
Shout out to that, bro. Fuck yeah.
Do you guys have any other questions before we dip out?
In a responsible
I,
manner.
I just have
Yes, in a
a
responsible manner, please.
one comment or
Okay.
maybe two. I know I'm wrong, and I, like, disclaimer, I know I'm fucking wrong. But every time we talk about home brewing, I just think I'm like, is he doing it in a bathtub? Like, you know, that whole fucking
Dude,
You know what's crazy?
bootlegger thing.
So,
Did they disinfect the fucking tub? Is my fucking
Yeah,
question.
and it's just my stupid brain thinking
They
stupid
shower
shit all the time.
before.
So in the Czech Republic, they have open fermentation vessels that look like tubs.
Oh shit!
Oh,
okay.
shit.
Yeah, it just
That's
looks
fucking crazy.
Yeah, it's like a painted tub, like a big red painted tub, and they put the beer in there, and then the yeast will do its thing, and it's able to do that because the CO2 is being created, and it creates a blanket because it's heavier than oxygen, so it protects the beer.
That's fucking wild.
Barrier help.
Yeah. So even if you brewed in a tub, as long as it was a clean tub,
Mhm.
you're gonna get a good beer no matter what.
Damn,
That's fucking crazy.
Yeah. So there was in Pilsner Urquell, one of the breweries there. They had barrels of like the wooden barrels
Mhm.
with the tops off, and there was beer just right there. We were passing by it. Somebody could have easily thrown something in there, like, but it's fermenting
Yeah.
and it's doing its thing. And
But there's a layer of fucking CO2
yeah,
just
it's
protecting.
Yeah.
That's fucking cool, man.
Yeah. So
And then another comment I
go
had.
ahead. Go ahead. Yeah.
Every time you said hops, I just pictured fucking McLovin.
Hey, we put more hops in the mix.
recently added more hops to this beer. Mindy.
You know, it's funny. There's a lot of people that tell me that.
Jono
You're not the
McLovin.
first. Yeah.
Jono McLovin.
Jono McLovin, baby.
Because I my fuck every time I heard the word hops, McLovin, because that's my stupid fucking brain works. Like,
Hell yeah.
Oh,
yeah,
man.
those are my
Yeah.
comments. I'm sorry.
No, you're good.
Drew,
You're
any
good.
questions for we dip out?
Shoot. Do we have any more questions?
Brewery related.
No.
Well, whatever.
No, yeah, no. No,
Yeah, I mean,
shit.
hey, that's for the end.
Bro, you covered so much. My mind is just like,
Yeah.
fuck.
Dude.
Alone,
Took a
bro.
crash course
All
in
right,
brewing.
what's your
bro.
favorite type of liquor? How about that?
I'm a
Do you-
whiskey guy.
Whiskey?
Yeah, but I'm a cheap bitch. I enjoy Kentucky Gentleman, Kentucky Bow.
The Kentucky Deluxe or what?
Yeah,
Like some shit
it's
like that.
$8 a bottle,
You will not like that.
and that's what I drink: Coors Original and a shot of whiskey.
Nice.
Very nice.
What's your liquor that you would just absolutely fucking hate?
None.
None?
No.
Do you have any bad stories with no liquor? Like where you're just like, fuck that.
Nah,
Nah?
the
The
Bacardi
Bacardi.
Limon was that one,
Mhm.
and for years I couldn't touch it, but I recently came back to it, and I was just like, it's nothing.
What are the hours of operation to the Flicks Brewery?
Flicks Brewhouse is a 365-day operation. We typically open up at 11 and close like at around midnight.
Okay.
It's a movie theater.
Yeah,
so
yeah,
movie
so-
theaters are 365.
Very
Are
nice.
they really?
Yeah.
Yeah, way.
Thanksgiving too?
Yep.
And Christmas.
Dude,
Well,
right?
actually, that's
love
when
going.
they go.
Yeah.
That's when they're
Yeah. Yeah, we used
That's
to always go to the
fucking
movies
crazy,
on
dude.
Christmas.
But you get paid
Christmas
time
Day.
and a half. So.
Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
That's wild.
Yeah.
All right, so make it out.
Do you have any movies that you're looking forward to this year?
Bro, I work in a movie theater and I haven't seen anything except Super Mario. And that's because my kids were in town.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Typically, I don't get to watch movies. Well, I do for
But
free,
yeah,
but I'm done with work.
He's busy.
I'm
yeah,
gonna go
time.
home.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can imagine.
I want to watch that Oppenheimer or whatever.
Yeah, Oppenheimer.
Oh, dude,
Christopher
that's-
I want to watch that
That's
shit.
good.
That's
Yeah.
pretty badass.
That's what the
And
dude
Barbie.
from.
And
Dude, my boy Ryan Gosling.
Barbie looks
Yeah.
tripped out. It looks
Hey,
like
my boy Ryan Gosling,
tripped that
dog.
movie.
Hey, on shrooms right now. Would you watch that shit on shrooms?
Yeah, I'd watch anything on shrooms. man.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
Yeah, dude, that movie
Yeah,
looks
yeah.
crazy.
Yeah, so I took my daughter, my oldest daughter, to go see the Mario.
Yeah,
Oh, tight.
Mario, and it was entertaining, man. Like,
Yeah.
it was good.
How was Chris Pratt with the?
dude, yeah. So like as soon as like you start hearing the voices, because I didn't know what actors were doing the voices, and stuff, so I had to while we were in the theater, I was like, what
He's all googling.
Oh,
and
you're
shit.
one of those guys.
Wikipedia and
All
shit.
the fuck? So I was like, what the fuck? Oh, okay, cool. And then Seth, well, you knew who was Seth.
Yeah.
Rogen.
Yeah.
It's- you could tell it's Seth Rogen's voice.
He's like the.
Donkey
He's
Kong.
DK.
Yeah,
He's
yeah.
DK, dude.
I was gonna say the
So
monkey
it
and shit.
was
yeah.
pretty dope. I enjoyed it. It was entertaining. It was like a short movie, so
That's cool.
it was good. I do want to see Guardians of the Galaxy now.
Yeah,
me too.
But that one's like almost 3 hours long.
Yeah,
Yeah.
dude.
I've only seen the first
they
one.
never disappoint, bro. They never
I've only seen the
disappoint.
first one.
And everybody's already spoiled it for me, so I mean.
Really?
Yeah.
Shit.
I don't know
Yeah,
shit
'cause-
about shit. So.
All right, yeah.
Yeah, I still
so,
don't know.
So that's another one, but that one's probably just gonna be for like my lady and I, because I
Yeah,
can't take the kids.
the
to that.
kids can't do 3 hours, bro.
No, dude. So that's why we
No.
took Olivia, because we were like, oh, an hour and a half. Fuck yeah.
Yeah.
Nice.
She'll do it.
Yeah, dude.
Very nice.
All right, Milo. Top 3 movies
For what?
for you. Anything
time?
Of all time. What are your top 3 go-to movies that you just like? Your top 3 that your
shit.
favorite.
Well, number 1 and 2, or Monday 1 and 1 is a Goodfellas and Fight Club, of course.
Okay.
Let's go with 2. Fuck. Damn, you got me, bro. You got me. I can't think right now. That I can watch anytime.
Anytime.
Muppets Go Manhattan.
Debbie Does Dallas.
And what would be number 3? Number 3 would be. Fuck.
We'll come back to you.
Exorcist. There we go.
Exorcist. All right. Drew, what are your top 3 movies of all time for you?
I will short notice, dude. I'm just gonna give you like top 3 actors that are in these movies that I can watch anytime. It's Denzel Washington, Adam Sandler, and let's go with Tom Hanks.
Very nice.
Okay.
So any of those,
Jono?
anything.
Top 3 movies of all time.
American History X, 25th Hour. I'm a big Edward Norton fan. Yeah. And then probably The Mummy.
The Mummy?
The Mummy's dope,
Wow.
man. That's a fun
Okay.
movie.
Brendan Fraser.
That's a fun little movie. I like it.
Wow, okay.
I like it.
I
With all
like
the
that
fantasy.
shit.
Good.
All right,
it's,
yours?
It's just so
For
many
me?
to choose from, bro.
Shit. Goodfellas, The Sandlot, and I'm going to have to go with the B movie. Nah, the B movie.
You like jazz?
Shit, dude, it's fucking tough. Goodfellas. Fuck it. Let's go with The Notebook. I like The Notebook and shit. I like The
I thought you were
Notebook.
gonna
What's
say
your
beer,
favorite scene from the
Beer
Notebook?
Fest.
I like it when he's just headed up to here with his bitch, got the beer in his hand and shit.
And he
Like,
hits
what the fuck do you want? And he fucking, I like, yeah, I think like the way he's just pissed off, like, bitch, like, what the fuck do you want? Like, you want me or not, bitch?
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean?
My,
I
my,
don't know.
my favorite's the old people part.
The old
When they
people
die,
part?
Huh?
when they die in
No,
bed and shit?
when she doesn't remember him.
Oh, you
Because I'm a
dick.
fucking sadist like that.
Aye, wait. Fuck yeah. All right, Jono, we got some questions before we dip out. Where are we at? Where are we at?
Oh shit, man.
I don't know which one you guys want to ask them. They're up there. I don't know if you guys can see them and shit.
I'm blind as shit.
Mario weekend.
Okay, if you could add 1 inch to your height or 1 to your dick, which would it be?
Oof, that's a hard one.
And we're talking about you're gonna add an inch to your girth and an inch to your length. Okay,
Oh,
both.
Still
You're adding 1 and 1.
pick my height.
You're adding 1 and 1.
The motherfucker's gonna look like a tuna can.
Some people prefer them to
Tuna can.
Chicken of the sea.
I've always wondered if I would make myself taller, but an inch taller, I don't think I would ever do because I'm already a short motherfucker. So 5'3".
Cool.
That's a great way to look at it.
Trying out for the fucking Bulls next summer.
Oh my god, bro.
Maybe if you're 5'11", right? It'd be like,
Yeah,
all right, so at least be 6 foot.
Or like even 6'1", 6'2" looks nice.
Yeah, no motherfucker wants to be 5'3".
That was great. That was great.
So yeah, it'd probably be to my dick.
All right, if you could choose between talking to all animals or knowing all human languages, which would it be?
Animals.
Why?
Animals, because even though there's a level of human emotion that I'm able to perceive, you could talk to somebody and like even if you don't speak the language, you can see how they're feeling and how they're doing. So you're able to kind of get by with that. And with modern advancements in science and technology, we can talk with any human now with Google Translate.
Yeah, that's true.
So to be able to talk to animals would be really, really good. I don't know, just to see how motherfucking Dog's Day is.
How they think and shit.
Yep.
Because
Dope.
yeah, like I want to know why my dog is sighing. Like you don't do shit all day,
Yeah.
and what's making you like?
You motherfucker.
Yeah, how dare you?
Fucking sprinkles.
Yeah, well, Toki.
Okay, Toki.
Yeah, and
Dry
then,
food for you.
Yeah.
All week.
All week. No scraps for you, bud.
Oh man.
Oh.
Or like the fact, because like so this is my lady's dog, but he's in it with us,
What kind of dog is it?
A little chihuahua.
Okay.
And so, but he hates me, dude. He fucking hates
I
me.
wonder why.
And so, like, when we're alone, he's chilling.
Yeah.
He'll, like, hit me up, but if she's around, I can't get near him. Like, and even then, like I'll be, like, cooking food, and then he'll be like,
What's up?
hey, what's up, dude? You got some food? And I'll be like, hey, what's up, man? Try to pet him. And, then, rah, 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 rah. And I'm like, but if I had food, you'd be all right, huh, bro? You fake as fuck.
What's his name?
Toki.
Fucking Toki, bro. Fucking Toki.
But yeah, I would like to be able to talk to Toki and be like, bro, why you hate me?
Fucking
Why,
Toki.
why you hate me, bro?
Because you're not my real dad. See, you guys chatting before you guys got together. I'm assuming, right?
Exactly.
Oh, that's what it
it's
is,
stuff
bro.
like that, or just like talking to an alligator, or or going to Escalate and smoking a bowl and talking to the ducks.
That'd be sick, dude.
like
I remember you from class of 2000.
Dude, ducks are assholes. Did you see that video of that one lady that took her fucking pet duck?
oh
To a
yeah,
pond?
Oh, he
they
flew away
jumped him,
or
right?
No,
he
like,
took off and shit.
No, yeah, he kind of like took off, and she was like after him, like, no, come here. And then he got in the pond with the rest of the ducks, and one of these ducks was like, that's mine.
Yep.
Just fucking came and started like,
Yeah, I can fucking
Raping her?
raping her and shit. Yeah,
so
that's fucking crazy.
raping.
Shit.
graping her.
She was-
Raping a
yeah,
duck.
yeah, she was graping.
That's fucking
her
horrible,
fellow duck.
dude. God
And, then,
damn.
and I was just like in the comments, like, what the fuck? Like, oh, no, none's been known. Like, fucking, like, ducks are actually, like, assholes and shit. And, like,
They are.
Like,
Yeah.
pervs
They
and
are.
shit. Like, so I was like, oh, fucking ducks, bro.
True. Drew, you get the
Oh,
last
yeah,
one.
so,
What,
yeah. If you had 24 hours to live, what
You
would your
always go with this
Yeah.
one.
Do I?
I think so.
Yeah,
Does it?
I'm curious, bro.
Yeah.
Like, 24 hours to live.
we gotta add more
I can
questions
ask
to
you
these.
the pissing in the. Do you piss in the shower one?
All the time.
That's a given.
all the time.
All the time,
Piss in
man.
the pool.
Because it
Piss
fucking
in the
comes
pool?
out
Oh.
like
So now
like
you
I'll
can-
take a shit and I'll be there
In
for
the
like
shower?
no. I'll be there like sitting down for a fucking long ass time. You know how you get those little squirts, like
Yeah.
and then you get the little squirts from behind. But you're fucking doing it right, and then you got the water on it. It's just flowing water, so you're like, oh man, I gotta pee again.
Yeah.
And you're just like,
Yeah.
I ain't gonna get back in there. The fucking meme where your soap's
Yeah.
all over your body.
Yeah. That's true.
So I'm just like, fuck it, dude.
Nah, dude.
And then we just clean it later.
So like for me, dude, first thing I do when I wake up is like, after I snooze like twice, I go straight to the shower. But I already have the urge to piss, so kill two birds.
There you
Why
go.
not?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Why not?
And if
Why
you have
waste water? Why waste water in the
And
toilet?
conserve water.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, it goes the same way.
Yeah,
Exactly.
Same pipes. Same pipes. One Costanza.
If
And
you have an
I-
athlete's foot,
I
you
aim
can
for
just piss on it.
Oh,
True.
no shit,
Yeah.
true.
True.
So I aim for the drain.
Very nice.
While I drain the vein.
I try to go for the walls to clean it a little bit from that soap scum and
That's what I'm
shit.
gonna say.
Like a hands free and shit. Like,
You got that fucking kaboom
I do
and
sprinklers.
shit. You get kaboom and shit. Ajax.
I got the kablam and shit.
Hey,
Hell yeah.
where'd you get that yellow grout?
Yellow ground.
This is custom, baby. Why is it only from right here down?
It's weird.
Why is it from waist down and shit though?
Why does it
that's
smell
nasty.
like piss?
All right, last one. If you had 24 hours to live, what would your perfect day be from start to end?
I'd probably just hang out with my kids, man.
Yeah.
I'd go out to Albuquerque, hang out with them, and just be like, all
Very
right,
nice.
sayonara, guys. I'm going to die. And then scar them for the rest of their life.
Fucking asshole.
This motherfucker came out to visit us and then just
And it just
died.
pieced out.
Well, the
front of
sun's
us?
setting and shit.
Very traumatically.
I'm driving off and then I just like die in the car.
Oh my god.
Car rolls over.
I didn't expect.
God damn.
My body's flung. And
I love it. I love it.
but yeah, just hang out with my kids and my family, and just it'd probably just be eating and drinking all
With
day.
Toki and shit.
Yeah, with Toki. He-
Toke up with Toki.
Yeah, dude,
Bring Toki with you and shit. Come here, motherfucker.
Come here, motherfucker. Come with
Getting
me.
into this car, motherfucker.
Come, let's go for a ride, Toki.
Fucking asshole. I love that shit. All right, John, anything else before we leave? You want to plug anything?
Just love everybody, man. That's kind of all it is. Don't be woke. Don't be left. Don't be right. Just enjoy people's company and have good conversation.
Hell yeah.
Perfect.
That's basically it. Love.
Spread love. Yes, sir.
Spread love. This is a Brooklyn
Drewski?
way.
Spread cheeks.
Spread cheeks. No, man. The finals. You're gonna have the Denver Nuggets. They're gonna be your champions.
Man,
I hope so. I hope so.
The Nuggies, baby. The
Nugs.
Nuggies.
They beat the Lakers, right?
The Quakers. Yeah, they did, man.
Huh? Anything else?
No, just
It's 915 Vintage.
915
bitch.
Vintage Bitch on Instagram. Give her a follow and give her a shout out and buy some product, please.
Hell yeah. Make sure you guys follow the new sponsors, Nini's.bodega on Instagram. Make sure you follow them. Go visit them, 601 Texas Avenue, Suite E, corner of Florence in Texas. They got panini, smoothies, cream sodas, iced coffee, tons of shit. Those are new sponsors. We'll see you guys later. Peace.
Deuces.
Vaya con Dios.